Lily, a purple-haired girl, stands alone in her school uniform against a white background.
Narrator shares that while friends dreamed of princes, she never looked at them.
The blonde girl calls the prince sweet while the brown-haired girl wants to marry him.
The blonde-haired girl tells Lily that her princess-like looks would suit a handsome prince perfectly. Lily abruptly stands up and declares her lack of interest in the prince to her friends.
Lily boldly proclaims her preference for villains while a horned, dark-haired man looms behind her.
The blonde-haired girl and brown-haired girl stare at Lily in total shock and confusion.
A man offers a choice between dating or death, causing the brown-haired woman to agree.
A man defends his infidelity to multiple women while his girlfriend tells him to shut up.
Lily flails on her bed, setting a new record for highly questionable life goals.
Lily smiles while looking at her phone, concluding that bad guys are truly the best choice.
Lily sits on the stairs, thinking about having just finished a novel about a trashy guy.
A close-up of Lily's face as she hears someone call out to her and looks up.
A black-haired boy confesses his long-term feelings and asks Lily if she will date him.
Lily stares at the boy, silently wondering if he is from the classroom next to hers. Narrative boxes describe the boy as having an innocent face and the look of a non-rebel. Lily remains resting her chin on her hand while bluntly telling the boy she dislikes him.
Lily walks down a sidewalk in her school uniform, focused on the smartphone in her hands.
Lily reads a story where a character insults a scumbag, yet finds his behavior very cool.
Surrounded by flowers, Lily suddenly reacts with a surprised gasp as she looks at her phone.
A gray-haired man with yellow eyes passes by Lily on a motorcycle, catching her immediate attention.
Lily stands by the brick fence, watching the gray-haired man as he rides further away.
Lily turns her head quickly to follow the path of the man on the moving motorcycle. Lily watches the motorcycle disappear down the road and breathes out a word of genuine amazement.
A central thought bubble declares that she has finally discovered her perfect, ideal type of man. Lily holds her hand to her chest, her heart racing as flowers bloom around her image. The scene shifts to a quiet residential alleyway as the sun begins to set over buildings.
Lily arrives home and happily greets her cat Roro as she steps into the kitchen area.
A tidy desk features a laptop and shelves while a humming tune fills the quiet room. Lily holds her phone to her ear, impatiently asking Sujin to answer the incoming phone call.
Lily sits on her bed and excitedly tells Sujin that she has some very big news.
Lily lies on her bed with Roro, telling Sujin about the ideal guy she met.
Lily explains on the phone that although he is a stranger, his bike riding looked handsome.
Lily gleefully notes that the man looks exactly like the character Namju from her web novel. On the phone, Sujin claims to know who he is based on his fierce gray appearance.
Sujin tells Lily to give up, though Lily insists she finally found her specific type. A close-up reveals the sharp features and yellow eyes of the mysterious gray-haired school student.
The gray-haired man stands in the rain, forcefully holding two bowing men down by their heads.
The gray-haired man sits cross-legged in an office chair, looking calm and professional in a suit.
A close-up view shows a formal document with rows of text detailing student behavior traits.
The gray-haired man walks through a dark, cluttered alleyway with a suit jacket over his shoulder.
The gray-haired man looks intensely toward the viewer while wiping blood from his cut chin.
Lily sits silently on the edge of her bed, absorbing the information she was just told.
Lily smiles happily and repeats to Sujin that he is exactly the person she wanted. Sujin gives Lily a final warning about getting involved with him before ending the call. After the call, Lily tosses her phone aside and lies back on her bed with curiosity. Lily types a name into a social media search bar and prepares to top a profile. Lily stares at her phone screen, wondering about the person she is searching for in secret. Lily looks at a locked social media profile for a user with the name Lee Hyun-woo. The scene transitions to the exterior of the school building as a new day begins. Students run in the hallway near room 3-2 while a man walks toward them. Lee Hyun-woo sits at his desk while a voice calls out his name from nearby. A boy asks about a gathering, and Lee Hyun-woo confirms he will be there. The boy laughs and agrees that the event wouldn't be same without Lee Hidro. The boy asks for first dibs on a girl, and Lee Hyun-woo dismissively agrees. The boy questions Lee Hyun-woo's lack of interest in girls, noting that they are pretty.
Lee Hyun-woo stares forward with an intense, unreadable expression while resting his chin on his hand.
Lily strides through the school hallway with a look of intense focus and determination. Lee Hyun-woo looks up as Lily approaches his desk while he is on his phone. Lily leans over the desk and calls Lee Hyun-woo her senior with a sharp look. Lily smiles and asks for his number, bluntly stating that she really likes him. Lee Hyun-woo looks at her silently, his yellow eyes reflecting a cold and distant mood. The classroom atmosphere becomes noisy as students gossip about the bold freshman confronting a senior. Lee Hyun-woo lowers his head and sighs, clearly irritated by the unexpected and public confrontation. Lee Hyun-woo complains about dealing with nonsense all morning while looking down at his desk. Lily flinches slightly but remains standing before him, waiting for a real answer to her offer. Lee Hyun-woo glances at his phone and prepares to deliver a blunt and harsh response. Lee Hyun-woo looks her in the eye and tells her to get pal out. Lee Hyun-woo repeats his demand, ordering her to leave the classroom immediately without any hesitation. Lily stands in total silence, her expression going blank as she processes the cold rejection. Lily asks about his ideal type, offering to change herself if he tells her his preferences. Lee Hyun-woo smiles cruelly and tells her she can never be his type, even if reborn. Lily accepts his answer and smiles, showing no visible sign of being hurt by him.
Lily apologizes for the interruption and announces she will leave now as he requested.
Lily turns her back to Lee Hyun-woo and begins her walk out of the classroom. A close-up view shows the back of Lily's head as she exits the tense row.
Lily grits her teeth and blushes slightly, her internal reaction differing from her calm exterior.
Lily clutches her heart and thinks that Lee Hyun-woo is even more charming than she expected. A black-haired girl named Hyun-sera watches Lily leave with a look of pure skepticism. Hyun-sera insults Lily's actions while her friend notes that the effort is a dead end. Hyun-sera finds the situation annoying as she watches Lily disappear down the school hallway. Hyun-sera stops Lily in the hallway and asks if she is interested in Lee Hyun-woo. Hyun-sera pauses and offers to tell Lily about the specific things Lee Hyun-woo likes.
Lily turns around with excitement and begs Hyun-sera to share any information she has.
Hyun-sera explains that he likes cute girls with bangs, citing a popular idol style. Hyun-sera smiles while continuing to give Lily more advice on how to win him over. Hyun-sera suggests handmade gifts or letters to show him how much she truly loves him.
Lily beams with happiness, admitting she is a bit lost but will follow the advice.
Lily bows politely and thanks Hyun-sera for being so helpful before walking away. Lily walks away thinking to herself about what a good person her new acquaintance is.
Hyun-sera watches her go with a cold, calculating look, interested in the eventual outcome. Hyun-sera smirks as she watches Lily walk further away down the long school hallway.
The scene shifts to the exterior of the residential buildings as night settles over city. At home, Lily reflects on the advice she received about changing her personal appearance.
Lily looks in her mirror and considers that changing her hairstyle might be an easy task.
Lily wonders if she should actually cut her hair as she examines her reflection closely.
The next day, Lily strides through the school hallway with a significantly different hairstyle.
Two boys notice Lily's new look and comment on how cute her bands look.
Lily slides the classroom door open, ready to reveal her new look to her friends. Lily happily calls out to Soo-jin as she steps into the classroom with her transformation.
Soo-jin begins asking Lily about their previous conversation as they sit in the classroom.
Lily reveals her new look featuring bangs and shorter hair with a bright smile. Lily asks for an opinion on her new hairstyle while Soo-jin reacts with total shock.
Soo-jin asks why she cut it and wonders if a rejection caused the sudden change.
Lily clarifies that she hasn't even confessed yet and denies being rejected by her crush.
Lily explains a senior's advice while Soo-jin suspects someone is intentionally misleading that.
Soo-jin sighs that the hair is already cut and asks about her next plan.
Lily mentions her research into stories and dramas has helped her create a full plan.
Lily shows a notebook detailing her first step to obtain Hyun-woo's phone number.
Lily looks slightly pensive while reflecting on the difficulty of her self-imposed mission.
The classroom bulletin board serves as a backdrop while Lily continues her explanation. Lily declares her intention to capture his attention using strategies similar to a game.
A title screen for a fictional game called Thump Thump Bad Sunbae appears.
A black-haired boy in a music room rejects letters and checks from a pursuer. The boy wonders about a girl's disappearance, realizing he might actually love her.
The fictional scenario concludes with a happy end message over a pink background. Soo-jin finds the example a bit strange but admits the logic makes some sense.
Lily presents a bag of handmade cookies she baked specifically for her new crush.
Soo-jin looks at the cookies and agrees that they look delicious and well-made.
The scene transitions to the exterior of the school buildings under a bright sky.
Lily hides behind a corner, searching for the spot where bikes are usually parked.
Lily spots Hyun-woo standing near his motorcycle and prepares to approach him.
Lily calls out to Hyun-woo as he stands with his back turned to her.
Hyun-woo turns his head to look at her with a stoic and disinterested expression.
Lily greets him cheerfully and asks if he is planning to head home soon.
A close-up shows Lily holding out a small gift bag for her senior. Lily tells Hyun-woo that she brought him a gift because she was thinking of him.
Lily places the bag on his motorcycle since his hands are occupied with his helmet.
Lily offers a parting wish for him to enjoy the gift before she departs.
Lily quickly runs away from the scene after successfully delivering her handmade cookies.
Hyun-woo stares down at the gift bag with a cold and unreadable expression. Hyun-woo mutters a frustrated complaint under his breath as he looks at the bag. Hyun-woo expresses his annoyance with the persistent girl while preparing to leave.
The cookies and a handwritten note lie scattered and crushed on the ground.
Hyun-woo puts on his black helmet and prepares to depart on his motorcycle.
Hyun-woo starts the engine and begins to ride away from the school parking area.
An overhead view shows the motorcycle leaving the pavement as the gift remains abandoned.
A close-up reveals the crushed chocolate cookie lying on the ground near tire tracks.
Lily's note expressing her care and hope for his enjoyment sits discarded nearby.
The story shifts back to the school's exterior as another day begins.
Lily yawns at her desk while Soo-jin asks if she locked sleep last night.
Lily explains she stayed up wondering if he enjoyed the cookies and planning next steps.
Lily admits she spent all night thinking while Soo-jin looks at her with concern.
Lily decides to head to the restroom to wash her face and wake up. Soo-jin tells her to hurry back because their first period class is math.
A restroom sign is shown as the sound of running water fills the air.
Lily splashes her face with cold water at the sink to refresh herself.
Lily reaches out and turns off the faucet after finishing her quick refresh.
Lily looks at herself in the mirror and announces she feels more awake. Lily stares into the mirror, her expression determined to continue her pursuit of Hyun-woo. Looking at the restroom mirror, Lily wonders if her senior noticed her new bangs and hairstyle.
Lily imagines her senior cutely eating her handmade cookies and hopes that he actually enjoyed them. Lily begins to worry if her constant attention is becoming a burden to her senior crush.
Lily considers giving up on her pursuit if her senior truly finds her actions to be burdensome.
Lily clenches her fist with renewed determination, refusing to give up on her long-awaited ideal type.
Lily vows to keep bothering him until he accepts her, sending a literal chill down his spine.
Sitting on the gym floor, a friend asks what is wrong while Lee Hyun-woo admits he has goosebumps.
Lily strides through the school hallway with a focused expression, searching for her senior once again.
Lily wonders if her senior is at a cafe or billiard hall before accidentally bumping into someone.
Lily wonders why someone is standing right in front of the door and reacts with sudden surprise.
Lily looks up and realizes that the person she bumped into is the boy from the next classroom.
The boy leans toward Lily and asks if she is okay, catching her completely off guard.
The boy apologizes for being in a hurry and Lily reassures him while he notices something different.
The boy points toward his own head and asks Lily if she recently cut her hair.
Lily stands in stunned silence against a cute background as the boy notices her new appearance.
Lily watches the boy walk away and wonders about his intent while reflecting on Soojin's reaction.
Lily resolves to get her senior's number today before dodging a teacher asking about a dropped eraser.
In the classroom, the teacher instructs everyone to open their textbooks as the students obediently comply.
The teacher ends the lesson and tells the students to study independently for the remaining class time.
Lily sits at her desk with her chin in her hand, feeling incredibly bored and restless.
Under the desk, Lily surreptitiously scrolls through a web novel on her phone to pass the time.
Soojin calls out to Lily, causing her to jump up in her seat and answer immediately.
Soojin asks why she is so jumpy, but Lily dismisses the concern as nothing at all. Soojin excitedly announces that steak and spaghetti are for lunch, and Lily agrees to run for it.
Lily suddenly realizes that the school cafeteria is the perfect place to run into her senior crush.
Lily claps her hands in delight at the thought of meeting him without having to search.
Lily impatiently watches the clocks and her phone, begging for time to move faster until lunch break. The clock finally hits 12:40 as the school bell rings to signify the start of lunch.
The teacher dismisses the class and Lily vanishes instantly, leaving a confused Soojin behind in the room.
Lily dashes through the school corridors at full speed to reach the cafeteria before anyone else.
Lily wears a look of absolute focus as she races toward her goal with extreme physical effort.
Lily sprints past other students, mentally pleading for her senior to take his time eating his meal.
The school cafeteria is filled with the loud chatter of students sitting at the long tables. Students at the serving line ask for extra portions and thank the cafeteria staff for the food.
Lily looks around the crowded room, worried that her senior might have finished his meal early today.
A group of male students, including Lee Hyun-woo, sit together at a table during their lunch break. A close-up reveals the sharp features of Lee Hyun-woo as he sits quietly in the noisy cafeteria.
Lily spots her crush from across the room and confirms to herself that she finally found him. Lily blushes and looks on with an adoring smile as she watches her senior from a distance.
Lee Hyun-woo stands up with his tray as his friends comment on the quality of the meal.
Lily is shocked to see them leaving and realizes she missed her chance despite her frantic running.
Lily watches from afar as her senior walks out with his friends, feeling the sting of failure.
Lily looks dejected but tries to find a silver lining in having at least seen his face.
Lily places her tray on the table and remains hopeful about finding another chance to meet him.
A close-up of Lily's eyes shows a sudden realization as she remembers a very important detail.
Lily realizes with a shock that she completely abandoned Soojin in her rush to the cafeteria.
A dark and menacing aura looms over Lily as Soojin stands silently and angrily behind her.
Soojin asks how Lily dared to leave her alone, and Lily apologizes profusely while sweating in fear.
Lily offers to buy a drink to make amends, and Soojin agrees to forgive her for bread.
Soojin enjoys her meal while Lily laments that her stomach is full but her heart remains empty.
Lily agrees to a walk as Soojin suggests they digest their meal while discussing something important.
Looking down from the walkway, Lily spots a familiar figure in the courtyard and reacts with excitement.
Lee Hyun-woo stands with his friends in the alleyway, unaware that Lily is watching him from a bus.
Lily urgently tells Soojin she needs to stop at the park and tells her to go ahead.
Lily dashes away at full speed while a stunned Soojin watches her disappear down the school hallway. Soojin considers recruiting Lily for sports while deciding to head back to class for her promised bread. Lily carefully peeks around the corner of the building, her eyes searching for the gray-haired senior boy.
Lily confirms to herself that her senior headed in this direction toward the back of the school.
Lily finds his bike parking spot and notices smoke, wondering why the area is so hazy today. Lily freezes as she prepares to confront the reality of what her senior is doing nearby.
Lily notices a plastic bag on the ground and feels her heart drop as she steps closer.
The ground is littered with crushed chocolate cookies and Lily's discarded handwritten note from the previous day.
Lily stands in silence, staring at the physical evidence of her senior's complete disregard for her effort. Lily clenches her fist, her internal hurt masked by a stoic expression as she processes the rejection. Lily looks ahead and sees Lee Hyun-woo smoking with a group of friends behind the school building.
A close-up reveals Lee Hyun-woo holding a cigarette, looking every bit the bad guy she once admired.
Lee Hyun-woo turns his head and laughs with his friends, showing a carefree and callous attitude.
Lily stares at him with a trembling expression, her initial admiration clashing with the sting of reality.
Looking at him from a distance, Lily confirms to herself that he truly is an absolute jerk.
The crushed note lies abandoned on the pavement, a symbol of her trampled feelings and ignored effort. Lily wonders if he even bothered to read her note before crushing her cookies into the ground.
Lily retrieves the dirty note from the ground, reflecting on how quickly her sincere gift was ruined.
Walking away, Lily admits she expected this behavior, but finds the reality much harder to witness personally.
A moment of quiet reflection passes as Lily struggles to reconcile her feelings with the man's cruelty.
The sound of his laugh echoes in her mind, causing her heart to race despite the hurt.
Lily blushes and wonders if his laughter was directed at her or if she is just overthinking.
Back in the classroom, Lily slumps over her desk and hides her face in a soft plushie. Sujin drinks a soda and observes that things clearly didn't go as planned for her friend.
Lily looks up tearfully and makes excuses about missing notes to hide her real reason for crying.
Lily closes her eyes and sighs, finally admitting to herself that things are indeed going very poorly.
Sujin warns Lily about the consequences of not finishing her history notes before the deadline today.
Lily begs for help, but Sujin dismisses the plea, explaining that she hasn't even finished her work.
Sujin mentions her upcoming training while Lily laments her luck, and Sujin offers to stay with her.
Sujin reveals she has news that she couldn't share earlier because of Lily's sudden and frantic departure.
Lily peeks over her plushie and asks Sujin to explain what news she is talking about.
Sujin explains she will be away for a while to participate in a national track and field event.
Lily reacts with surprise to the news, and Sujin confirms her upcoming absence from school for competition.
Lily excitedly demands a gold medal, causing Sujin to push her face away while laughing at the exaggeration.
Lily proudly jokes that she did a great job raising Sujin to be such a successful athlete.
Sujin laughs but expresses concern that Lily will get into trouble without someone there to watch her.
Lily insists she has other friends, but a blunt thought reminds her that she is actually quite alone.
Lily sits at her desk, realizing that she might actually feel a bit lonely without Sujin around. The boy from next door enters the classroom to collect history notebooks for the upcoming performance evaluation.
Lily laughs nervously as the boy looks at her expectantly, realizing she has nothing to hand in.
Lily admits she forgot her assignment and asks the boy for a brief explanation of the required work. The boy is surprised by her honesty and her sudden request for help with her missing notes. The boy checks the clock and realizes there is very little time left before the teacher arrives. The boy offers his own notebook to Lily, urging her to copy it quickly before the class starts.
The boy smiles gently while warning her that their history teacher can be very scary and strict.
Lily is filled with gratitude and promises to copy the notes fast so she can return the book. Sujin worries about Lily's taste in men while a teacher asks for missing assignments.
10 minutes later, the bell rings and Lily complains that her hand is hurting.
The school day concludes with the sunset dismissal as students prepare to head on. In the hallway, students discuss catching up on extra classes before leaving for the day.
Lily walks down the corridor while another student waves and says goodbye to her.
Sujin informs Lily she will be training next week and tells her to stay safe.
Lily cheers loudly for her friend's success as Sujin departs with another male student.
Lily pumps her fists in the hallway, thinking about how cool her athletic friend is.
Lily stands alone in the school corridor, her expression shifting to one of quiet focus.
While walking, Lily checks her phone to see if her favorite web novel was updated.
Lily exits the school grounds but suddenly stops when she spots something in the distance.
Lee Hyun-woo walks down the street away from the school carrying a small shopping bag.
Lily spots her crush and blushes, excited to have found him without even having to search.
Lily decides to approach him, noting that he did not bring his motorcycle to school today.
Lily suddenly pauses mid-step, her joyful expression replaced by a look of confusion and shock.
Lee Hyun-woo walks down the alleyway while the black-haired girl, Hyun-sera, clings to him.
Lily watches from the shadows as Sarah holds onto the senior boy's arm very tightly.
Lily stares at the pair from across the street, wondering if the girl is his girlfriend.
Lily shakes her head, recalling his previous claim that he has no interest in any girls.
Lily questions the identity of the girl if her senior is truly not interested in dating.
Hyun-sera looks back with a smug smile as she continues walking with the senior boy.
Lily realizes that the girl is the same person who gave her advice about her hair.
Lily suspects she was intentionally sabotaged by the black-haired girl's dishonest suggestions about his preferences.
Lily fumes with anger, realizing that Sarah is trying to play the rival bad girl role.
Lily reaches for her hair tie, determined to change her look and confront the situation head-on.
Lily ties her hair into a ponytail and vows that she will not lose to her.
Lee Hyun-woo and Sarah continue walking as someone begins to sprint toward them at speed.
The pair stops in their tracks as a sudden presence rushes up behind them with intensity. Lee Hyun-woo turns around with a look of pure bewilderment as Lily suddenly appears before them.
A close-up shows Lily's hand firmly grabbing the fabric of Lee Hyun-woo's white track jacket.
Lily calls out to her senior, interrupting the walk while Sarah watches with clear irritation.
Lily smiles brightly at her crush and asks him how he has been doing with it.
Hyun-sera is visibly shocked and annoyed by the freshman's bold and unexpected public interruption.
Sarah demands to know why Lily is interrupting their conversation and what is wrong with her.
Lily completely ignores the other girl's completes, keeping her eyes fixed solely on the senior boy.
Lily asks if he is heading home and wonders if he disliked her previous week gifts.
Lee Hyun-woo sighs deeply and expresses his extreme frustration with the ongoing and annoying confrontation.
Lee Hyun-woo stares at Lily with cold eyes and asks if she is truly that tactless.
Sarah tries to agree with him, but Hyun-woo bluntly tells her that she is no different. Hyun-woo calls both girls annoying and orders them to leave before his mood gets even worse.
Lee Hyun-woo mutters a curse and strides away, leaving both girls standing alone in silence.
Sarah calls after him in a panic while Lily remains still, processing the harsh double rejection.
Lee Hyun-woo disappears down the street while Lily clenches her fist in a moment of silence.
The boy from next door stands nearby and watches the entire scene unfold with a blank look.
Night falls over the city as a tired sigh echoes from one of the residential balconies.
Lily begins writing in her journal, detailing the day she saw her hard work discarded.
At home, Lily reflects on her feelings while documenting the painful events in her personal diary. Lee Hyun-woo sits alone in the classroom looking at his phone with a look of irritation.
The remains of the crushed cookies and the discarded note lie forgotten on the dirty pavement.
Lee Hyun-woo stares into the distance at sunset, looking every bit the cold and distant senior.
Lily writes in her journal, feeling discouraged and wondering if she is just a bother to him.
Lily wonders if she was too selfish and only succeeded in embarrassing herself without even confessing.
Lily briefly covers her face before declaring she will start over with confidence he'll like her.
A determined eye reflects Lily's resolve as she looks past a poster about making dreams come true.
Lily looks at the list of things she thought he liked and begins crossing them out.
Sitting at her desk, Lily regrets listening to a stranger and worries her senior hates her more.
Lily decides to approach him differently this time and wonders where he might be right now.
Lily writes a new plan. Ask him directly about his likes and approach him more slowly.
Lily smirks with renewed focus while she finishes writing her new strategy in her pink diary.
Night settles over the city as someone cheers for success, and a cat meows nearby.
The sun shines brightly over a clear blue sky, marking the start of a brand new day. Lily prepares to leave her apartment for school, checking her bag as she heads out.
Looking in the hallway mirror, Lily wonders if she should tie her purple hair back today. Lily decides to leave her hair down, satisfied with how her bangs cover her eyebrows.
Lily waves goodbye to her cat, Roro, and tells it to watch the house while she's gone.
Roro the cat lets out a meow as its owner departs for her day at school.
Lily walks toward school with a cheerful expression, feeling confident about her plan to meet him.
Entering the school building, Lily is startled by the sound of a noisy crowd in the hallway.
Lily wonders what is happening as she hears someone being threatened near the hallway vending machines. Lily sneaks through the crowd, asking to pass so she can see the cause of the commotion.
A close-up reveals Lily's stunned expression as she witnesses a violent scene unfolding before her.
A black-haired boy brutally beats another student while a crowd of classmates watches the assault silently. Lily asks why they are fighting. Students explain it's a one-sided beating and suggest getting a teacher. The principal strides past with a stern look while students assume the fighters will be suspended. Lily watches in confusion as the principal ignores the noise and walks right past the fight. Lily calls out to the principal about the fight, but he merely coughs and keeps walking away. Lily wonders why the principal left, noting the fight is too obvious for him to miss. Lily's gaze shifts to the side, catching a glimpse of someone else watching the violent scene.
Lee Hyun-woo sits on the stairs, watching the fight with a cold and mocking smile.
Lily is shocked to see her senior watching the violence without any concern for the victim. Students explain the principal's silence by revealing the student is Lee Hyun-woo, the CEO's son.
A portrait of the school sponsor is shown. Students explain his sponsorship protects him from punishment.
Lee Hyun-woo rests his chin on his hand, looking entirely bored by the brutal scene below.
Students discuss how the school would cover up even a killing to keep the sponsor's funding.
Lily listens as students joke about reincarnation being better than living through such unfairness and corruption.
Lee Hyun-woo stares ahead with a sharp, calculating look, completely unbothered by the surrounding chatter.
Lily wonders why he is just watching and feels uncomfortable with the harsh words being spoken.
A close-up of the victim on the floor shows the physical damage from the one-sided assault.
Lily decides that if no one else is going to report the violence, she will do it.
A black background frames a thought bubble expressing that the current situation is becoming quite boring.
Lee Hyun-woo asks if the fight is over already, complaining that the victim wasn't hit much.
Lee Hyun-woo sits on the stairs looking down at the students with a look of extreme boredom. Lee Hyun-woo mentions the 7 people who bet money and asks if they will be satisfied.
The fighter and the victim look up at Lee Hyun-woo with expressions of fear and exhaustion.
Lee Hyun-woo asks if he should leave, and the fighter desperately pleads for him to stay.
The fighter thinks to himself that Lee Hyun-woo is a quick-witted and truly crazy individual.
The black-haired fighter throws another punch while Lee Hyun-woo continues to watch from his seat.
Lee Hyun-woo laughs and declares the situation funny, conceding that the fighter has won the match.
Lee Hyun-woo stands up and orders the fighter to follow him as they leave the area.
Lee Hyun-woo walks away while a girl rushes to help the injured student on the floor.
A close-up shows a hand tightly gripping the fabric of a white track jacket.
Lily stands alone in the corridor with a pounding heart and a conflicted expression.
Lily's thought bubble reflects on how her senior simply watched the fight and left.
Lee Hyun-woo looks away with a subtle and cold smirk playing on his sharp features.
Lily stands in the hallway with a blushing face as her heart continues to beat.
Lee Hyun-woo walks down the corridor as Lily watches him from a distance with shock.
A speech bubble captures the victim's thought about being finished off moderately by their opponent.
The black-haired fighter sits slumped against the wall, covered in bruises and fresh red scratches.
The fighter curses, complaining that he received more hits because their staged fight was caught. The other boy tells the fighter he should have faked being hurt by the light hits. The fighter dares him to try being beaten up instead.
A smartphone displays a bank notification for a 1 million won deposit from Lee Hyun-woo.
The fighter stares at his phone with wide, ecstatic eyes and lets out a laugh.
The fighter grins, suggesting they do it again since a few hits pay better than a part-time job.
The other boy calls the fighter funny while telling him to wipe the blood off. The fighter offers to split the money.
Lily walks away down the school corridor with her long purple hair trailing behind her. A single pink musical note floats over the school hallway as the lunch bell rings.
Lily looks back with a startled expression as the bell rings loudly throughout the corridor.
Lily realizes the bell is rung and decides to go find Sujin, sliding the door open.
The classroom is filled with the chatter of students as Lily is seen through the door rag.
Lily enters the classroom and looks around, wondering why Sujin has not arrived yet today.
Lily suddenly remembers that Sujin will be absent from school for a while starting from today.
Lily slumps at her desk and sighs, thinking she needs to talk to someone about her frustrations. The brown-haired boy from next door leans over and asks Lily if something has happened.
Lily reacts with shock as the boy mentions noticing her frequent sighing when she entered class.
Lily asks the boy why he is sitting there, noting that he was not originally in that seat.
The boy explains she missed the morning assembly announcement where the teacher ordered a seat change. Lily realizes it was already time to move and wonders if she should ask him a question.
Lily fidgets with her hands and nervously asks the boy if he saw the event earlier today.
The boy asks what she means, admitting he saw a crowd but knows no specific details.
Lily begins to explain but stops herself, looking uncertain as she speaks to the boy. The teacher slides the door open and loudly orders everyone to be quiet and take their seats. Lily tells the boy nothing happened, relieved she avoided making a mistake by spreading unconfirmed rumors. Lily wonders how the seats will be shuffled, recalling the teacher's many previous and varied methods. The teacher begins drawing on the chalkboard and asks if they heard the class president's news. The teacher announces this is the final seat shuffle and allows students to choose on a first-come basis. Lily looks up in surprise at the news while other students cheer for the teacher's idea.
Lily asks the boy if he chose the front seat on purpose and wonders why he'd stay. The boy says sitting in front helps him focus and mentions wanting to sit next to her before a loud student interrupts. Lily shouts in frustration at the boy, demanding to know why he did not tell her sooner.
The boy offers a quiet apology while the rest of the class continues to move around. Lily laments her missed chance and wishes she had known to arrive at the classroom earlier. Lily looks toward her new C partner with a small, inquisitive glance while processing the change.
Lily feels grateful for a new partner since Sujin is gone, hoping they can become closer.
Lily worries the boy's height might block others. He dismisses the concern, noting upcoming midterm self-study sessions.
Lily freezes in her seat, a look of pure dread washing over her purple-eyed face.
Large, bold text centered in a starburst pattern announces the sudden arrival of school midterms.
Lily imagines achieving 15th place, vowing to study hard so she can better pursue her crush.
Lily daydreams about chasing a heart-eyed Lee Hyun-woo while holding her successful exam results.
Lily imagines a romantic wedding and confessions while the stressed teacher continues his work in class. Lily wears a dark and mischievous smirk, realizing that her current situation is quite bad.
Lily looks at her textbook and realizes she hasn't been paying attention to her studies lately.
Lily stares at her open book with spiral eyes, realizing she knows absolutely nothing.
Lily feels gloomy while sitting at her desk, worrying she will be the only one left behind. A close-up shows the boy from next door wearing glasses and looking deeply focused on his work.
The boy notices Lily's struggle and writes a note asking if there is something she doesn't understand.
Lily looks up with a surprised and wide-eyed expression after receiving the boy's unexpected note.
Lily writes a response admitting she is screwed because she knows nothing at all about the lesson.
The boy writes another message to Lily, kindly offering to teach her the material himself.
Lily is startled and looks at the boy as he watches her with a calm, helpful expression.
Lily writes back asking if he is actually good at studying while the boy watches her patiently.
Lily learns the boy is the top-ranked student and feels her grades will improve with his help. The boy writes an invitation suggesting they go to a study cafe together later today.
After school, Lily pokes the boys back in the corridor to get his attention for their plans.
Lily gives a cheerful thumbs up and agrees to the study session with a big, bright smile.
The boy stares at Lily with a soft, captivated look, seemingly charmed by her sudden positive energy.
The boy blushes and clears his throat, appearing flustered by Lily's cute and energetic response.
Walking down the street, the boy suggests buying coffee while Lily enthusiastically agrees to go along. A bell rings as the pair enters the convenience store to grab drinks before staying.
Lily and the boy stand before the drink fridge, scanning the shelves for their preferred refreshments.
Lily chooses a carton of strawberry milk and looks forward to the sweet drink.
The boy notes the drink matches her jacket while Lily finds the comparison amusing at the counter.
Leaving the store, Lily asks if he visits cafes often. He explains he goes when studying alone.
Lily asks if missing cram school is okay. He confidently says it won't affect his top grades. Lily is impressed by his academic confidence and wonders if she should also attend a cram school. The boy recommends his school while Lily asks if she can reach the top rank there too.
The two arrive at the entrance of the cafe as Lily confirms they have reached their destination.
Inside the quiet cafe, other students are seen working on laptops and reading their textbooks.
A girl in a yellow hoodie is seen receiving help with her studies from another student nearby.
The boy mentions the free-talking atmosphere while Lily expresses her amazement at the professional study room. Lily feels relieved that they can speak freely here without being self-conscious of others.
Lily suggests starting with memorization because she doesn't have much time to study history.
The boy stares at Lily with a look of pure shock and bewilderment at her request.
Lee Hyun-woo sits in the distance at the cafe, looking bored as he rests his head. The boy asks Lily if she's even listening as she appears distracted by her surroundings.
Lily apologizes, admitting she was thinking about something else for a moment while they sit together.
The pair sits at their table as the boy suggests starting with history and integrated science.
The boy reaches up to pull the blinds, noting it might be too bright for them.
Lily is shocked by the massive scope of the history test while the boy tries to help.
Lee Hyun-woo looks over from his seat with a cold and clearly irritated expression.
The pair continues their discussion while a sound indicates something has been placed on the table. Lee Hyun-woo holds his coffee cup, looking every bit the cold and distant senior in the cafe.
Lee Hyun-woo stares ahead with sharp judging eyes, seemingly annoyed by the noisy pair. The boy explains the science material while Lily expresses doubt about memorizing it all today. The boy claims it took him very little time, and Lily calls his bragging rather annoying.
Lily teases the boy for being such a genius while looking at him with a smug grin.
The boy smiles gently at Lily while she continues to joke about his academic reputation.
A close-up shows Lily's hand writing notes in her book using a cute pink pen.
Lily stretches her arms above her head and proudly declares that she is finally done. The boy is impressed by her speed and asks if she finished writing all her notes. Lily holds out her notebook and asks the boy to quiz her on what she went. The brown-haired boy agrees to begin the quiz while Lily watches him expectantly. The boy thinks to himself that she has organized her study notes quite neatly. The boy suggests mixing up the question order, and Lily confidently agrees it is fine.
The pair continues their study session at the table as the afternoon sun fades.
The boy's focused eyes reflect his concentration as he observes his classmates' performance. The boy praises her accuracy, confirming that memorization is easy for her before the exams. Lily proudly recalled her high grades, confident she can maintain them for the next semester. The boy suddenly reaches out and gently pats Lily on the head while they talk. He smiles warmly at Lily and admits that he truly believes in her abilities. The boy looks away and appears flustered after his sudden display of affection. The boy suggests ending the session, and Lily notes how fast time passed while studying. Lily opens the blinds and notices that the sun has already started to set.
Lily suddenly pauses with a confused expression as she spots something outside the window. Startling realization hits Lily as she focuses on a figure walking along the street below.
A view from above shows the street where Lee Hyun-woo is walking by himself.
Lily stares down at her crush, her mind racing at the unexpected sight of him. The boy calls out Lily's name, wondering why she is suddenly distracted from their plans. The boy invites her to grab a meal together now that they are finished. Lily accepts dinner while secretly resolving to confess her feelings more sincerely in the future. The pair leaves while discussing food, with Lily deciding not to abandon the class president. A serving of hot tteokbokki is shown in a traditional green speckled bowl.
At the stall, Lily mentions how much she enjoys this place with her friend Soo-jin.
The boy acknowledges the food's quality while Lily explains the shop's local television fame. Lily claims the food is a must-buy, and the boy listens with genuine interest.
The two sit at a yellow table, enjoying their meal while other students eat nearby.
Lily realizes they forgot the fried side dishes and suggests ordering some for their meal. Lily quickly volunteers to place the additional order before the boy can offer. Lily hums a cheerful tune as she walks away to find the food vendor. The boy watches her go, appearing stunned by her bright and energetic personality. The boy quietly hopes for her return, already completely enchanted by her bright energy. Lily places her order with the vendor while pointing toward her waiting seat. Lily stops abruptly as she finds Lee Hyun-woo standing right beside her at the counter. The senior boy stares ahead with cold, judging eyes, while Lily looks on in shock. Lily is frozen in surprise, her eyes wide as she processes the sudden encounter. A moment of intense silence passes as the two students stand face to face. Lee Hyun-woo mutters a curse, clearly annoyed by the girl's sudden and persistent presence. Lily grabs his sleeve and asks if he is leaving before trying the food. Lily looks at him with a mix of anxiety and determination while holding his jacket. The senior boy speaks up, his voice low and filled with clear irritation toward her. A close-up shows Lily's hand firmly clutching the fabric of Lee Hyun-woo's white jacket. He bluntly asks if she is stalking him and demands to know why she follows him. Well, that's one way to ruin a romantic food stall moment. Lily denies stalking, claiming their meeting is fate, which only serves to annoy him further. Lee Hyun-woo scoffs at her explanation, clearly not believing her claims of a coincidence. The senior boy stares at Lily with a sharp, calculating, and intimidating gaze. Lily notes that he is staring directly at her and feels her heart racing.
A close-up shows the senior boy letting out a small, mocking laugh at her persistence.
Lee Hyun-woo expresses his extreme frustration with the situation as he leans closer. He leans down and directly asks the girl to confirm her feelings for him. He questions why she likes him, despite knowing that he is a terrible person.
Lee Hyun-woo smirks wickedly, savoring the way his blunt question has stunned the freshman girl.
Lily looks up with a wide-eyed expression, her attention captured by the person standing before her. Lee Hyun-woo questions the nature of the bet while Lily eagerly vows to try her best. A firm hand grips Lily's shoulder as a new presence makes himself known in the small stall. Lee Hyun-woo identifies the newcomer as Ji-won, recognizing the brown-haired boy who has just arrived. Ji-won narrows his eyes, his gaze hardening as he assesses the tense situation between his classmates. Ji-won stares at the senior with a defiant look while Lily watches the two boys with concern. Lee Hyun-woo maintains a cold and impassive expression, unaffected by the younger boy's obvious hostility toward him. Lee Hyun-woo expresses his annoyance at the sudden interruption and asks what is wrong with the boy.
Ji-hwan clenches his jaw, his eyes reflecting deep-seated resentment as he stands his ground against the senior. A blinding white light consumes the darkness as a voice screams that someone has ruined everything.
Ji-hwan stands alone in the pouring rain, looking devastated as he stares at something off-screen.
Lee Hyun-woo reacts with mild surprise as the encounter at the food stall continues to escalate.
A close-up of Lee Hyun-woo's golden eye reveals a sharp and calculating focus on his rifle. Lee Hyun-woo mocks Ji-hwan for interrupting without knowing the details and threateningly asks if he wants to die.
Ji-hwan stares back in disbelief, mentally labeling the senior as a truly crazy individual for his behavior.
Ji-hwan tells Lily it is time to leave, but she remains frozen in a state of nervous indecision. Ji-hwan realizes he overreacted because Lily was right beside him and mentally apologizes for his sudden outburst.
Lily offers a quiet apology to Ji-hwan as they stand together near the stall's counter. Lily tells Lee Hyun-woo that regardless of their history, she sees this bet as a personal opportunity.
Lily confidently accepts the bet while Ji-hwan looks stunned and Lee Hyun-woo lets out a mocking chuckle.
Lee Hyun-woo leans in close to the purple-haired girl, his presence becoming intense and overbearing.
Lee Hyun-woo orders Lily to meet him at the auditorium tomorrow after class to discuss the conditions.
Lily stands in silent contemplation as the senior boy walks away into the fading light of evening. A focused close-up of Lily's eyes shows her renewed determination to face whatever challenge comes next.
The sun shines over the school building the next day, marking the start of a new chapter.
Lily enters the classroom and is immediately taken aback by the heavy and unsettling atmosphere within.
Lily wonders why everyone is staring at her, feeling uncomfortable under the collective gaze of her classmates.
Lily stands amidst the silhouetted students, worrying that she might have unintentionally made some sort of mistake. A student approaches Lily and claims the teacher left an item in the gym that needs retrieving.
The girl explains that because the class president is absent, the teacher has requested Lily's assistance personally. Lily looks toward the empty desks, processing the unusual request she has just been given by her peer. Lily asks for clarification on what specific item the teacher needs her to bring back to class.
The student consults a friend before telling Lily she needs to find the recent physical evaluation papers.
The two students direct Lily to look in the gym storage vault for the missing scoring documents. Lily agrees to the task and prepares to head toward the gymnasium before class begins.
Lily walks through the doorway, thinking to herself that she will return quickly with the scoring paper.
The girls watch Lily leave and justify their actions by claiming they are merely following their instructions.
A close-up shows a student's eye narrowing with dark and malicious intent as Lily departs.
Lily enters the vast gym alone, unaware of a student's jealous thoughts regarding her recent social circle. Lily feels a sense of unease being in the quiet gym, feeling as though she is skipping class.
Lily enters the storage room and wonders why she was chosen for this task instead of the vice president.
Lily spots a blue folder resting atop a vaulting box and realizes it is the item she sought.
Lily celebrates her success in finding the papers and prepares to leave the equipment filled her.
Lily thinks about getting back to her studies but is suddenly startled by a sharp, metallic sound.
The heavy storage door slams shut with a loud bang, plunging the small room into dim light.
Lily looks toward the door with wide eyes, a sudden realization of her predicament washing over her. Lily frantically tries the door handle, her heart sinking as she realizes she is now trapped inside. Lily realizes she is locked in and begins to feel a sense of overwhelming panic and fear.
Lily pounds on the door and screams for help, desperate for someone to hear her from the hallway.
A wide shot reveals the empty and silent hallway outside the gymnasium's locked storage room.
Silence fills the storage room as Lily stands alone before the locked metal door.
Lily swallows nervously, suddenly remembering she has her phone and can call for help.
Lily notes Sujin is training and Ji-won is absent, leaving her without anyone to contact. A sense of deep sadness washes over Lily as she realizes she is truly alone. Lily wonders if the people who locked the door were aware she was still inside. The scene shifts to a memory of Lee Hyun-woo leaning in close to Lily yesterday.
Lily dismisses the painful thought, refusing to believe her crush would ever do this. Sitting alone on a blue gym mat, Lily feels small amidst the stacks of boxes. Lily lies down on the mat, determined not to give up despite her dire situation.
A close-up shows Lily's purple eyes shimmering with unshed tears as she rests her head.
The quiet atmosphere of the storage room becomes heavy as Lily stares at the ceiling.
Lily begins to drift off to sleep, her eyes slowly closing in the dim light.
Lily daydreams about Lee Hyun-woo standing against a soft pink sky filled with sparkling stars.
In her dream, the senior boy stands with his back turned, his white jacket glowing.
Lee Hyun-woo looks back with a soft expression, his gray hair catching the dreamlike light.
The dream version of the senior smiles warmly at Lily, looking kinder than ever before.
Lily's eyes snaps open as she is jolted awake by a sudden loud sound nearby.
Lily realizes she fell asleep and wonders if the bell just rang for 11 o'clock.
Hearing muffled voices outside, Lily feels a rush of relief that people are nearby.
The door finally unlocks and opens, casting a bright beam of light into the room.
Lily looks up as a tall figure enters the storage room, framed by the doorway.
Lee Hyun-woo stands in the doorway, appearing annoyed as he asks what she is doing.
The senior boy stares at the freshman with a look of extreme confusion and irritation.
Lily looks up at him with wide, tearful eyes, still processing his sudden appearance.
Lily tearfully asks the senior if he was the one who locked her inside all morning.
Lee Hyun-woo is annoyed and asks why he would ever lock her in the storage room.
A sudden realization hits Lily as she understands that the senior was not her captor.
Lily looks up in contemplation, her mind racing to figure out who actually trapped her.
Lily wonders who could have done it while the senior boy stands silently nearby. Lee Hyun-woo ignores her distress and picks up a basketball to continue his own business.
The senior boy pauses with the ball in hand, noticing Lily is still sitting mat.
Lee Hyun-woo bluntly asks if she is planning to just stay there on the mat. Lily snaps out of her daze and hurries to leave, grabbing her blee folder.
Lily thanks the senior for letting her out and rushes away, realizing she is late.
Other students in the gym watch in confusion as Lily runs past them toward the exit. Lily covers her blushing face as she runs, her heart racing from the unexpected rescue.
A close-up shows Lily's face glowing with a deep blush as she continues her escape.
Lily pauses in the hallway, clutching her chest and wondering if he really helped her.
A text bubble calls Lily's name as she reaches the faculty office with the documents.
The teacher asks where she has been as Lily stands before his desk looking exhausted.
Lily hands over the folder and explains she was locked in the gym storage room. The teacher claims he never told her to fetch the papers and demands a better reason. Lily is distressed, insisting that he was the one who gave her the task earlier. The teacher tops her head with the folder, telling her to focus with midterms approach her.
The teacher decides to let her off with an absence instead of a formal punishment.
Lily is left speechless and wide-eyed by the teacher's dismissal of her stressful ordeal. Lily stands alone in the hallway after being kicked out of the office, feeling defeated.
Lily laments missing her classes while wondering what truly happened to her this morning.
Lily looks out the window, realizing her classmates must have lied and set her up.
Lily leans against the windowsill, processing how much the school atmosphere has changed recently.
Lily realizes with a start that she's being bullied because she has no friends.
Lily wonders if students avoid her because of her association with Lee Hyun-woo and the bat.
Lily remains deep in thought as she stands in the empty school hallway.
Lee Hyun-woo maintains a stoic and cold expression while appearing lost in his own world.
Lily walks down the quiet school corridor alone after leaving the teacher's office.
The black-haired teacher with glasses addresses the students as the school day concludes. The teacher explains that because the class president is absent, the students are dismissed early.
Lily celebrates the end of the school day, relieved that she can finally go home.
Walking through the hallway, Lily accidentally bumps into another student and lets out a cry.
Lily immediately apologizes and asks the other girl if she is feeling all right.
The dark-haired girl rudely tells Lily to pay attention to where she is going. Lily stands confused by the girl's sudden hostility as other students pass by her. Lily feels her frustration rising, but decides to focus on the more important bet. Arriving at the auditorium, Lily feels the same heavy, oppressive atmosphere she experienced earlier. Lily lets out a sigh of relief as she prepares to enter the large room.
A close-up shows Lily's hands sweating as she grips the door handle nervously.
Lily enters the auditorium, admitting to herself how incredibly nervous she feels. Lily's eyes widen in shock as she takes in the scene inside the large room.
Several senior students, including Lee Hyun-woo, stare at the freshman girl with cold eyes.
Lily feels paralyzed by fear under the intense collective gaze of the group. The olive-haired boy asks if this is the girl who confessed to Lee Hyun-woo, while the light brown-haired girl mockingly pities her for getting tangled up with him.
Lee Hyun-woo stares intensely at Lily with his sharp and calculating golden eyes. Lee Hyun-woo steps down from the stage area to approach the nervous freshman. Lee Hyun-woo places a firm hand on Lily's shoulder, startling her with his presence. Lee Hyun-woo asks if they should begin and questions if she is curious about the bet. The group of seniors gathers around the pair as the tension in the room peaks. Lee Hyun-woo wonders if Lily will eventually give up on him as he looms over her. A focused shot of Lee Hyun-woo's eyes reflects his mysterious and somewhat mocking nature. Lee Hyun-woo leans in close, speculating if Lily can endure the challenge until the end.
Lily is stunned into silence by the sudden and overwhelming question from the senior.
Lily's purple eyes reflect her inner turmoil as she processes the senior boy's words.
One student bets 100 that she will give up, while another matches it with 150, and a third student bets 70, questioning how she could even put up with the situation. Looks like the lunch money savings are really coming out for this one. A black-haired girl finds the situation hilarious, while the brown-haired boy watches with interest. The brown-haired boy smiles broadly as the stakes for the bet are finally revealed.
Lily is confused as a massive sum of money is mentioned by the laughing seniors.
Lee Hyun-woo maintains his composure while the total reaches a staggering 5 million won.
Lily looks incredibly overwhelmed as the senior continues to hold her shoulder firmly. The amount of the bet suddenly escalates to a staggering 100 million won. Lily is frozen in shock, her heart pounding at the unbelievable turn of events. The total bet reaches a final astronomical sum of 100 million won. Lee Hyun-woo asks Lily what she plans to do now that the stakes are high. Lily gathers her resolve and firmly declares that she is not going to give up.
Lee Hyun-woo looks at her with a mix of surprise and mild amusement.
Lee Hyun-woo states there is only one condition for the bet to proceed. Lee Hyun-woo explains that if Lily tells him she wants to give up, then he wins. He adds that if she manages to make him give up instead, then she wins.
Lee Hyun-woo dismisses her chances as impossible but acknowledges the potential outcome of her winning.
Lily looks up at the much taller senior as they stand together in the auditorium.
Lee Hyun-woo promises to grant Lily any one wish she desires if she wins the bet.
Lee Hyun-woo asks Lee if the terms of the bet seem favorable to her.
Close-up of Lily's face as she swallows nervously, preparing for the senior's challenge.
Surrounded by cynical seniors, Lily stands her ground before Lee Hyun-woo in the auditorium. Lily's eyes widen as she processes the astronomical stakes of the gamble she accepted. Lee Hyun-woo towers over the freshman, his intense gaze testing her resolve once more. Lily points a determined finger, vowing to win the high-stakes bet against the intimidating senior.
A mental shockwave hits Lily as she reels from the mention of 100 million won.
Back home, Lily clutches her head in bed, overwhelmed by the absurdity of the situation.
While reflecting on Lee Hyun-woo's wealth, Lily realizes midterms are far more pressing than bets.
Frustrated, Lily kicks her blankets while deciding to clean up her spilled water later tonight.
Lily sits up in bed, shaking off her worries to focus on her upcoming exams.
Standing by her desk, Lily attempts to calm herself and prioritize her academic responsibilities.
Lily notices Jiwon's forgotten notebook on her desk and wonders how to return it properly.
Deciding to be helpful, Lily grabs her phone to call her friend about his notebook.
Just as she prepares to call, Lily is startled by an incoming call from Jiwon.
Lily answers the phone and Jiwon identifies himself while she holds the gray notebook.
Lily mentions finding his notebook, and Jiwon admits he was looking for it everywhere.
Lily offers to return it tomorrow, but Jiwon pauses and calls out her name softly.
Jiwon asks through the phone if she can give him the notebook right now.
Lily is taken aback by the request, her eyes wide as she considers the timing.
Looking at the clock, Lily asks for confirmation about meeting up so late at night.
The scene shifts to a quiet, brightly lit park with a fountain under the night sky.
Lily successfully startles Jiwon at the park, making him jump with a playful shout.
The two friends greet each other over a wooden fence in the peaceful nighttime park.
Leaning on the railing, Lily cheerfully asks Jiwon if he lives in this neighborhood too.
Jiwon explains he has business nearby and remarks that she arrived quicker than he anticipated.
Lily hands over the notebook while Jiwon asks how her exam preparations are progressing.
A brief silence falls as Lily pauses, making Jiwon worry that he asked something improper.
Jiwon asks about her absence, and Lily admits she felt incredibly lonely without his presence.
Lily smiles at her friend, confessing that the day felt empty without him at school.
Jiwon apologizes for his absence, explaining that he had some urgent matters to handle home.
Sitting near the stage, Lily asks if he will return to class tomorrow morning.
Lily jokingly threatens to cry if he misses school again, prompting a playful response from Jiwon.
The two students sit together on the park steps, silhouetted against the dark city skyline.
Lily informs Jiwon that she has officially entered a bet with the intimidating senior.
Jiwon expresses concern, advising his friend not to push herself too hard for a bet.
He looks at Lily and insists she tell him if the situation ever becomes too difficult.
Jiwon offers a gentle smile, reiterating that he is there for her if things get hard.
Lily stares at her friend, clearly touched by his sincere concern and supportive words.
Lily thanks him and prepares to leave, feeling much better after their late-night meeting.
Lily waves goodbye and reminds Jiwon that he absolutely must come to school tomorrow.
Jiwon waves back, confirming that he will see her the following day at school.
Standing by the outdoor stage, Jiwon watches Lily walk away into the cool night. Jiwon stands alone in the breeze, his expression unreadable as he thinks about Lily's situation. Back at school, Jiwon confirms a math formula for Lily as they study in the library. Lily diligently memorizes English vocabulary while walking, determined to excel in her upcoming midterms.
Lily walks through the school hallway, appearing alert and focused on her daily routine.
While writing in class, Lily wonders if her senior crush has already forgotten about her. A student sleeps soundly at their desk, illustrating the tiring nature of midterm season. In the library, Jiwon helps Ji-Lee check her answers, much to her surprise and delight.
Lily celebrates her high average score of 91.7 as Jiwon watches with pride.
Jiwon asks if it is her lucky day because the top rank helped her study, and Lily offers chicken. Lily stares at a notice on the board, her expression shifting to one of confusion and dread. Lily wonders why her name is on the board while students around her begin to whisper. A formal announcement declares that Lily was caught cheating and will receive 0 for all subjects. Lily stands frozen in the hallway as whispers from her judgmental classmates fill the heavy air. Lily reels in shock as she reads the devastating notice accusing her of academic dishonesty.
Classmates wonder if she really cheated and what she did while the girl remains in shock.
Jiwon rushes toward his friend with a look of pure concern and calls out her name.
A visual representation of internal collapse strikes Lily as she continues to stare at the announcement.
Jiwon and Lily stand together before the board, both processing the weight of the false accusation.
Jiwon expresses his disbelief, firmly stating that the entire situation makes no sense at all.
Lily remains speechless and paralyzed while her friend stands beside her amidst the staring crowd.
Turning away from the board, Lily walks through the school with a deeply wounded expression. Lily grits her teeth in determination as she heads toward the faculty office to seek answers.
Lily slides open the office door, standing tall despite the fear and confusion clouding her mind.
Inside the quiet office, a staff member prepares a drink while the school day continues normally.
Two teachers whisper secretly to one another, likely discussing the recent cheating scandal involving the girl. Tears glisten in Lily's eyes as she stands ready to defend her integrity to the faculty.
The teacher sits at his desk, focused on a clipboard while ignoring the girl's distressed state.
Lily addresses the teacher, hoping to find a way to resolve the nightmare she currently faces.
Lily insists there has been a massive misunderstanding regarding the announcement posted on the board.
The teacher questions her claim of a misunderstanding and reaches for an item on his desk.
The teacher shows her a phone, claiming they found it in her drawer as incriminating evidence. Lily is completely bewildered to see the phone, having no idea why it was near her.
The phone screen displays a detailed answer key for the English exam, seemingly confirming her guilt.
Lily's eyes widen in absolute horror as she realizes she is being framed with physical evidence.
The teacher demands to know how she obtained the answer key for the English exam. Desperate to be heard, Lily shouts that the phone shown to her does not belong to her.
Lily stands alone and vulnerable before the seated teacher in the crowded and messy school office.
Lily claims she didn't know about the phone and asks how she could have gotten answers.
The teacher remains cold, stating that they already have the evidence they need to punish her.
A close-up shows the teacher's mouth as he continues to lecture her on her supposed failure. The teacher leans back in his chair while Lily stands defeated by his refusal to listen. The teacher mentions her previous absence and asks what is with her recent rebellious behavior.
The teacher orders her to accept the committee's decision, showing no empathy for her desperate situation.
A sense of finality washes over Lily as her posture slumps under the weight of the betrayal.
The teacher tells her to have her parents come to school, leaving Lily in total shock.
Lily bursts out of the office, unable to take another second of the teacher's unfair treatment. Students watch from the sides as Lily runs through the hallway, her reputation now completely shattered. The red-eyed girl lets out a malicious chuckle, enjoying the sight of Lily's misery and ruin. Lily's feet pound against the concrete stairs as she escapes the judging eyes of her peers. Reaching the rooftop doorway, Lily seeks solace in the open air, away from the school's suffocating atmosphere.
Lily stands at the rooftop railing, silhouetted against a bright and beautiful sky that mocks her.
Walking onto the green roof surface, Lily moves toward a spot where she can finally be alone. Frustrated and heartbroken, Lily screams to the open sky that everything about this day is annoying.
Below the rooftop, students look around in confusion, wondering who is shouting so loudly above them.
Lily sits curled in a ball on the rooftop floor, hiding her tear-filled eyes from the world. A speech bubble appears, questioning who screamed like that and revealing that Lily is not alone.
Realizing someone is there, Lily looks up with a startled expression, her eyes filled with nervous surprise.
Lily offers a stuttered apology, explaining that she genuinely thought there was no one else on the roof.
The bright sun shines directly behind Lee Hyun-woo as he stands on the school rooftop. Lee Hyun-woo looks down with a cold expression, questioning if it is her again.
A close-up reveals Lily's shock as she stares back at the senior boy. Lily clenches her fist tightly as she prepares to confront the person before her. Standing on the open rooftop, Lily addresses the senior boy with a serious tone.
Lily looks up at the taller student, her expression filled with a mix of defiance and hurt.
Lee Hyun-woo asks if she planned this or thought he would simply give up and leave.
A sharp close-up captures the senior's intense golden eyes as he stares her down.
Lily considers that her strong will to win was the only thing that kept her going.
Lee Hyun-woo is visibly confused, demanding to know what she is talking about. The two students stand close together, the height difference highlighting the tension between them.
Lee Hyun-woo expresses his frustration, mentioning his home troubles before accusing her of causing more.
A sudden realization crosses Lily's face as she begins to doubt he was her harasser.
Lee Hyun-woo shifts the conversation, bluntly asking why the freshman girl likes him at all.
The senior skeptically asks if she is after his money or expects to gain something from him.
Lily surprises him by stating she likes bad guys and calling him the worst in school.
Lee Hyun-woo is completely stunned into silence by the girl's blunt and unexpected confession. Lily imagines Lee Hyun-woo as a sophisticated nobleman offering a drink in exchange for a dit.
Lee Hyun-woo is annoyed by a linguistic misunderstanding, questioning if she meant a basketball instead.
Lily stifles a laugh, finding the senior's sudden confusion and literal interpretation of her words amusing.
A thought bubble expresses Lily's surprise at discovering a cute side to her intimidating senior.
Lily breaks into a bright and genuine laugh, finding the entire situation suddenly hilarious. Lee Hyun-woo watches the laughing girl with a look of utter bewilderment and slight irritation. Lee Hyun-woo suddenly reaches out and gently touches Lily's face, startling her into silence.
Lily is taken aback by the sudden physical contact, her eyes wide with confusion. The atmosphere shifts as Lee Hyun-woo leans in close, his presence becoming much more intense.
Lee Hyun-woo maintains his hold on her chin while preparing to say something significant.
A slight mysterious smile plays on Lee Hyun-woo's lips as he towers over the girl.
From a distance, another student watches the intimate moment unfolding between the pair on the roof.
Ji-won stands by the rooftop door, his expression shadowed as he observes his friend and the senior. Lee Hyun-woo and Ji-won pass each other at the doorway, neither acknowledgement the other.
The two boys bump shoulders as they pass, a silent and sharp tension passing between them.
Lee Hyun-woo lets out a mocking chuckle as he continues walking away from the rooftop. Ji-won remains standing by the door, watching the senior leave with a look of deep suspicion. Ji-won grits his teeth in anger, his gaze fixed on the retreating figure of Lee Hyun-woo. The scene shifts to the exterior of the Yerim Library building under a clear blue sky. A thought bubble begins a new line of reasoning regarding the recent events at school.
Sitting together on the outdoor stairs, Lily tells Ji-won she believes she was purposely framed.
Ji-won reacts with anger toward the senior, but Lily insists that Lee Hyun-woo is innocent.
Lily explains that the senior boys seem to have no knowledge of the cheating accusation. Ji-won remains skeptical, warning her that the senior might just be pretending to be ignorant.
Lily is left in a daze, processing her friend's warning about the senior's true nature.
Ji-won tells her not to clear the senior from her list of suspects just yet.
Ji-won lets out a frustrated sigh while Lily watches him, her mind still racing with doubt.
Juhan asks if anything unusual happened recently or if she suspects anyone else at school.
Lily recalls being locked in the storage room and mentions it as a possible connection.
Ji-won is shocked by the revelation, demanding to know exactly when she was trapped.
Lily explains it happened the day she returned his notebook and wonders if it was a setup.
Lily remembers the cold stares from her classmates that day and wonders if they were involved.
Lily admits she didn't suspect a thing because class felt normal afterward, leaving Ji-won stunned.
Ji-won asks Lily if she is okay after her distressing visit to the office.
The brown-haired boy looks at his friend with an expression of pure concern.
Lily confirms she is fine, but expresses deep worry about finding the framing culprit.
Ji-won suddenly reaches out and grabs Lily's wrist, grounding her with his firm touch. Lily is startled into silence, staring blankly as her friend takes hold of her arm. Ji-won makes a solemn promise to help her uncover the truth and find the culprit.
Looking determined, Ji-won stares intently ahead as he resolves to protect his dear friend.
Lily observes her friend, feeling a wave of warmth as she considers his incredible kindness.
A mental thought highlights Lily's belief that Ji-won is the kindest person she has met. Lily beams a radiant smile and thanks him, her dark mood lifting momentarily.
Ji-won awkwardly turns his head away and mumbles in agreement, hiding a faint blush.
A focused shot captures the intensity in the brown-haired boy's eyes as he thinks.
Ji-won questions himself internally, wondering if he is wrong to find joy in this.
Sitting on the school field, Ji-won scratches his neck while looking at the buildings.
The scene shifts to a vast, radiant blue sky filled with bright, shimmering light.
Wispy white clouds drift across the peaceful blue horizon as the school day progresses. Walking through the school doors, Lily asks Ji-won about their next scheduled class period.
Thinking of the schedule, Lily notes that the 5th period on Friday is mathematics.
Lily's face drains of color as her physical and mental exhaustion begins to take over.
Lily informs Ji-won she has a stomachache and intends to visit the school nurse.
Ji-won urges her to go rest and promises to explain her absence to the teacher. Lily offers a weak thank you, her hand pressed to her chin in visible discomfort. Medical supplies and emergency equipment stand ready inside the quiet and sterile school infirmary.
A metal tray holds various medicines and scissors on a desk in the silent office. Lily reflects on her plummeting grades and limited social circle while hiding from the world.
Tucked under white sheets, Lily wonders what her next move should be regarding a bat.
Peeking over the blanket, Lily's purple eyes convey her lingering sense of uncertainty and dread.
Lily sits up in the infirmary bed, deciding she cannot simply hide away any longer. A firm hand pulls back the privacy curtain, signaling Lily's readiness to leave the room.
Lily claims her stomach hurts intensely and asks the school nurse for permission to leave.
The nurse notices her pale face and offers a permission letter for a hospital visit.
The school building stands under a bright sky as the afternoon sun begins its descent. Standing near the entrance, Lily suddenly realizes she left her school bag in the classroom.
Lily pauses for a moment, her gaze fixed on something distant as she considers her options.
Waiting outside, Lily wonders if she could watch the new movie with her senior crush. Lily's attention is caught by a sudden noise echoing from the nearby city street.
Recognizing a familiar sound, Lily wonders if the roar belongs to her senior's motorcycle engine.
Lee Hyun-woo arrives on his powerful black motorcycle, weaving through the urban landscape with ease.
Lily's pink sneakers kick into high gear as she begins to sprint toward the road.
Running with all her might, Lily shouts for her senior to wait for her.
Lee Hyun-woo glares back at the pursuing freshman with a look of cold, sharp annoyance.
The golden-eyed senior reacts with visible shock and irritation at being chased down so publicly.
Through his side mirror, Hyun-woo watches the determined girl stumbling as she races toward him.
Lee Hyun-woo leans into a sharp turn, skidding his motorcycle to a sudden forced stop.
Breathless, Lily continues to shout for the senior as she closes the distance between them. Lily's foot catches on a loose stone, sending her stumbling forward on the hard pavement.
Lily lets out a cry of alarm as she loses her balance and begins falling. A humiliating thud echoes as Lily lands face first on the sidewalk right before the senior. Ignoring her injury, Lily quickly pops her head up and calls out to Lee Hyun-woo.
Lily boldly asks her senior to hang out, surprising him with her unrelenting, clumsy spirit.
Lee Hyun-woo stares at Lily with a mixture of disbelief and irritation after her fall. The senior boy bluntly questions if the girl has completely lost her mind for chasing him. Lily reminds him of their bet and enthusiastically offers to use her free time, charming him.
A single droplet of blood runs down the girl's forehead from the minor scratch sustained.
Lily touches her forehead in shock, complaining that the minor injury actually stings quite a bit.
Lee Hyun-woo is unimpressed and coldly orders the freshman girl to leave him alone immediately.
The senior boy's golden eyes narrow as he silently observes the girl's persistent and odd behavior.
Despite his rejection, Lily climbs onto the motorcycle and cheerfully declares their departure.
Lee Hyun-woo looks back with annoyance, asking if she really intends to stay with him. The girl tightly grips her senior's waist and pleads to stay by his side for today.
Lee Hyun-woo lets out a weary sigh, appearing to give in to her stubborn request.
Resigning himself to the situation, the senior boy decides to let the girl tag along today.
Back at school, a black backpack hangs from a metal hook on the classroom desk. Ji-hwan sits alone in the quiet classroom, looking toward the seat where Lily should be.
The school infirmary stands empty, filled with sterile medical equipment and quiet, sunlit corners.
Ji-hwan enters the office and politely calls out to the school nurse to find his friend.
The boy asks if Lily is resting there, mentioning she arrived after the lunch break.
The nurse informs Jiwon that Lily went home early because she was in much pain. Jiwon quietly closes the infirmary door behind him, his expression clouded with worry for Lily.
The brown-haired boy realizes Lily has already left and feels disappointed about missing her today.
Walking down the empty hallway, Jiwon thinks about how much he wanted to cheer her up.
Lily lifts the heavy black helmet from her head, her purple hair falling into place.
Lily exclaims how fun the ride was and asks her senior for another one soon.
Lee Hyun-woo checks his phone and asks the girl what she wants to do next. Lily considers her options while her senior prepares to give her something from his pocket.
The senior boy tells the girl to cover the ugly scratch on her forehead before anything.
Lee Hyun-woo reaches out and hands a small yellow box of bandages to the surprised girl.
Lily thanks him while wondering why he carries such cute character-themed tape in his pocket.
A close-up reveals a yellow bandage decorated with adorable white cartoon characters inside a packet. Lily laughs at the cute bandages, while her senior grumpily claims he got them for free.
After applying the small bandage to her forehead, the girl thinks to herself that it's cute.
Lily calls out to her senior, showing him that she has successfully covered her minor injury.
The girl follows close behind her senior as they navigate the busy streets of the city. Wispy white clouds drift across the bright blue sky as the pair continues their afternoon outing.
They stop at a local flower shop where a greeting welcomes them into the fragrant interior. Lily is surprised to see her intimidating senior entering a place as delicate as a flower shop.
The pair walks through rows of vibrant flowers, the atmosphere shifting to something peaceful and bright. Breathing in the sweet scent, the purple-haired girl notes how wonderfully the shop smells inside.
Lily stares at a row of yellow tulips, thinking about how pretty and round they look.
The girl leans in close to the flowers, her expression soft as she admires their beauty.
The florist asks the senior boy if he has arrived to pick up his specific order.
Lily is taken aback, wondering why the senior would have a pre-arranged order at a florist.
The florist presents a blue bouquet and Lee Hyun-woo confirms that the arrangement looks ked.
The staff member thanks them for the order and wishes the pair a very nice day. Lily stands among the flowers, a slight blush on her cheeks as she observes her senior. The girl wonders if the senior boy has a secret appointment with someone else this afternoon.
Lee Hyun-woo says he is short on time and tells the girl to choose an activity.
Lily thinks deeply about finding a fun place they can enjoy quickly despite his limited schedule.
The girl considers several common spots, like a restaurant, a cafe, or a karaoke room.
A final thought bubble clarifies that Lily wants to go somewhere more unique than those places.
Lily's eyes widen in absolute surprise as a sudden, brilliant realization strikes her. A jagged speech bubble captures her excitement as she exclaims she has found it.
Lily and Hyun-woo walk past storefronts together while navigating the busy city streets.
Reaching out, Lily pokes the senior's back while calling out to him playfully. Lily suggests they play a shooting game together while posing with enthusiastic finger guns.
Lee Hyun-woo looks back at her with an expression of skepticism and mild annoyance.
The arcade screen displays a game over message with an option to retry. Lily cheers triumphantly while Hyun-woo stands defeated after losing the shooting game round.
Lily beams and holds her plastic gun, asking her senior if he enjoyed himself.
Lee Hyun-woo stares at his gun in disbelief, finding his loss completely impossible. A close-up captures the senior's intense golden eyes as he clenches his fist. Hyun-woo sets his plastic gun back onto the arcade console with a sharp click.
Hyun-woo blames his poor condition for the loss while Lily asks for another game.
Hyun-woo steps up to a basketball machine, determined to redeem his pride through victory. A competitive grin crosses the senior's face as he vows to win this round.
The scoreboard reveals that Lily has soundly defeated the senior boy in the basketball challenge.
Lee Hyun-woo stands frozen in shock, unable to believe he lost a second time.
Lily claps her hands excitedly and boasts about her natural talent for arcade games.
Lily continues to gloat, marveling at her victory despite it being her first try.
An oppressive, dark aura surrounds the defeated senior as Lily continues her cheerful celebration.
A blue bouquet sits nearby as Lee Hyun-woo suggests they try another game. Lee Hyun-woo stares intently at a crane machine, focused on winning at any cost. Hyun-woo smiles confidently at the prize machine as the purple-haired girl watches him. Lily stifles a laugh, finding this competitive and childish side of her senior cute.
Hyun-woo turns around with a suspicious look, asking if she was just laughing at him.
A montage shows the crane claw repeatedly failing, highlighting Hyun-woo's long string of losses.
The game screen indicates that Lee Hyun-woo is down to his very last credit.
A focused thought bubble emphasizes that this final attempt is his absolute last chance. The two students watch the descending metal claw with absolute focus and bated breath.
The metal claw successfully snags a round white plushie from the pile of toys.
Lily lets out an excited shout as the prize moves toward the exit chute. Lily cheers him on while Hyun-woo mutters a threat to destroy the machine. Lily presses her hands together and pleads for the prize to drop successfully. A close-up captures the senior's serious gaze as he watches the claw's final movement. A pink prize finally drops into the bin, marking Hyun-woo's first hard-won victory. Lily holds the odd plushie and jokes that he won't have to destroy the machine. Without warning, Lee Hyun-woo thrusts his blue floral bouquet directly toward the startled girl. Hyun-woo tells her she can keep the flowers or throw them away, acting indifferent. Lily is left completely stunned as she takes the senior's unexpected and blunt gift. Hyun-woo covers his face and walks away quickly while Lily stands with her prizes. Lily stares at the bouquet and plushie with a look of quiet, genuine amazement. Lily blushes and hugs her gifts tightly against a background filled with romantic hearts.
Walking alone through the city, Lee Hyun-woo checks his phone with a somber expression.
Hyun-woo grips his head and curses as he reads a distressing update on his phone.
A hand slides the power button off as a voice suddenly calls out Lee Hyun-woo's name.
Hyun-woo looks up with a startled and sweating expression, caught off guard by the voice.
The brown-haired boy leans on the senior's motorcycle and greets him with a smirk.
Lee Hyun-woo coldly orders the brown-haired boy to leave him alone as he is busy.
The brown-haired boy nudges him mockingly, laughing at Hyun-woo's attempt to act indifferent. The boy mentions an article about a major crisis hitting Lee Hyun-woo and his family.
The brown-haired boy smugly tells the senior that he can surely handle the current situation.
The boy questions why the senior hasn't taken any action regarding their high-stakes school debt.
The junior continues his questioning, reminding the senior of the massive amount of money involved.
Lee Hyun-woo lets out a frustrated sigh, finding the presence of the other boy annoying.
Narrowing his golden eyes, the senior asks if this is the reason for his recent actions. The junior admits to setting bait because the senior did nothing while others grew excited.
The boy mockingly suggests that the senior's hesitating because he actually likes the freshman girl.
A helmet suddenly flies past the boy's head, startling him with a loud and dangerous whoosh.
The boy leans back in shock and curses while the black helmet rolls across the pavement.
A chilling command orders the boy to shut his mouth before things turn much more violent. A sharp close-up captures Lee Hyun-woo's cold and menacing expression as he glares at the boy.
The boy tries to dismiss the tension as a joke while the senior remains completely unmoved.
Lee Hyun-woo roars away on his motorcycle, leaving the other boy standing alone in the street.
The boy stands silently by the sidewalk, his gaze fixed on the ground in a moment of pause.
Picking up the helmet, the boy bitterly notes that his senior completely ignored his latest provocation. A close-up of the boy's eye captures his building resentment and frustration toward the senior student.
A mental thought captures the boy's deep hatred for the senior who relies only on money. Back at home, Lily admires the blue bouquet and the pink character plushie on her bag.
Feeling delighted, the purple-haired girl takes several photos of her new gifts with her phone.
Lily lies upside down on her bed and giggles with joy, replaying the afternoon in her head.
Still giggling, Lily rolls onto the floor while clutching her phone and basking in her happiness. Lily joyfully exclaims that she received 3 gifts and plans to brag about them to everyone. Sitting up, Lily wonders aloud where she should post the photos of her wonderful new treasures. Lily decides this historical day deserves a special post on her personal blog for everyone to see. Lily moves to her laptop and prepares to share her excitement about the date and gifts.
A look of sudden shock crosses Lily's face as she spots an unexpected headline on screen.
Lily leans in toward the laptop screen, questioning the disturbing nature of the news she found. Lily recognizes the company name and wonders if it is the business owned by her senior's family. The girl's expression turns serious as she begins to read the details of the unfolding scandal. An article reports that the president of EHK Financial is being sued for corruption and mismanagement. Lily is stunned to see the massive news coverage and realizes the crisis is hitting everywhere. A close-up shows Lily's hand pausing over her trackpad as she processes the weight of the news.
Lily is confused by a mention of adoption and wonders if it truly refers to her senior.
A realization strikes Lily as she considers how little she actually knows about her senior crush.
Lily begins searching the internet for more details, hoping to find the truth about his past. Lily finds articles praising the company's reputation, but notices there is no mention of the senior.
The girl notes the company's generous donations while wondering if there is any other hidden news.
Lily remains focused on the screen, her eyes moving quickly as she searches for a specific name.
Scrolling further, Lily finds an old report about a boy being adopted as a second son.
Lily finds a family photo and identifies a young, smiling Lee Hyun-woo as the adopted child. Lily contrasts the kind, happy child in the photo with the cold, defensive senior she knows.
A thought bubble expresses the girl's confusion over why the smiling boy changed so drastically over time.
Deep in thought, Lily wonders about the hidden pain her senior might be carrying inside him.
Lily slowly closes her laptop, her mind now filled with more questions than when she started. Lily wonders if the senior's sudden departure earlier was because of this family scandal and crisis.
The girl stares into the distance, realizing the gifts might have a much deeper, sadder meaning.
Lily considers the painful possibility that those gifts were originally intended for someone else in his family.
Sitting on the floor, Lily hugs her knees while contemplating the senior's complicated and lonely life. A vast, serene blue sky filled with wispy white clouds marks the arrival of the next morning. The school building stands tall under a clear sky as a new day of classes begins. Lily greets the class president as she approaches him in the busy school classroom.
Ji-hwan removes his headphones and looks up, surprised to see Lily standing before him.
Ji-hwan questions the strange plushie Lily is holding while she enthusiastically defends its cuteness.
Looking at her phone, the brown-haired boy expresses disbelief that she named the toy. Ji-hwan asks for the name and Lily excitedly reveals she named the plushie after herself.
A voice calls out to Lily in the hallway, causing her to turn around suddenly.
Sung-ho informs the confused girl that someone has been looking for her recently. Ji-hwan stands guard nearby while the brown-haired boy in the hoodie confronts Lily. The brown-haired class president watches the interaction with a look of intense, growing irritation.
Sung-ho looms over Lily by the lockers, claiming she is in possession of his property.
Grinning, the boy in the blue hoodie reveals that the phone found under her desk belongs to him.
Leaning in closer, Sung-ho repeats his claim that Lily has something that belongs to him.
Grinning maliciously, the boy asserts that the phone hidden under her desk is his property.
Ji-hwan clenches his teeth in anger while observing the bully's arrogant behavior from a distance. Ji-hwan suddenly lunges forward and grabs Sung-ho, causing Lily to shout his name in shock.
A powerful hand tightly grips the fabric of the blue hoodie during the sudden confrontation.
Ji-hwan stares into the bully's eyes and demands an explanation for his recent harmful actions.
Sung-ho sighs with mock annoyance, unimpressed by the class president's sudden display of aggression.
The boy mockingly observes that everyone associated with Hyunwoo seems to have a short temper.
Sung-ho asks Ji-won for the real reason he continues to hang around the freshman girl.
Lily watches with concern as Sung-ho asks if Ji-won is protecting her for romantic reasons.
The boy continues his taunts, suggesting there might be another hidden motive for Ji-won's loyalty. Ji-won's gaze remains cold and unwavering as he listens to the bully's petty provocations. Ji-won orders him to apologize to Lily and confess his schemes to the school administration.
The boy in the blue hoodie offers a sly, unrepentant grin despite the serious threat.
Sung-ho laughs off the pressure, seemingly enjoying the chaos he has created for everyone. He questions if Lily fears losing the bet and what will happen to her now.
Sung-ho declares that winning or losing doesn't matter as long as the situation is entertaining.
Lily stands frozen in the hallway, looking completely overwhelmed by the boy's twisted perspective.
A teacher arrives and sternly commands Byun Sung-ho to accompany him to the office.
The instructor leads the bully away while promising Lily they will discuss the matter later.
Lily and Ji-won stand alone in the quiet hallway as the tension finally begins to fade.
Exhausted, Lily rests her head on her desk and lets out a weary, frustrated sigh.
Ji-won rests his chin on his hand, quietly watching over his friend as she rests.
Sung-ho questions the brown-haired boy's motives, wondering if his loyalty is for Lily or Hyunwoo.
Ji-hwan stares silently at his phone, his mind occupied by the recent events and scandals.
The device screen displays articles regarding the corruption scandals surrounding EHK Financial and its leadership. A mental thought reveals Lily's sense of relief that the immediate conflict is finally over. Ji-won gently pats Lily's head to comfort her as she hides her face on the desk. Lily reflects on the intense anger and sadness she felt while dealing with the recent accusations. Peeking up from her desk, the purple-haired girl thinks about how relieved she feels now. Lily realizes how fortunate she is to have such a loyal friend defending her honor.
Watching the class president, Lily resolves to become a supportive person for others in the future.
Later, Lily sits in the school office while the teacher deals with the disciplinary matter.
Lily walks through the school hallway, clutching her textbooks tightly as she heads to class.
Pausing at the staircase, the purple-haired girl takes a moment to reflect on her current life.
A public notice confirms that Byun Sung-ho has received a 10-day suspension for his misconduct.
Lily holds up her latest exam results with a bright, triumphant smile on her face.
Lily praises Ji-won's intelligence and asks if he has secured the top rank once again.
Showing her thumbs up, Lily thanks Ji-won for his help in maintaining her school grades.
The brown-haired boy smiles warmly and expresses genuine relief at the news Lily shares.
Ji-won mentions he has tasks to complete and suggests they continue their conversation later. Lily agrees to talk later, but inwardly suspects something is bothering the brown-haired boy.
Lily stands in the doorway of a school building, looking around with a confused expression.
Surveying the empty classroom, Lily wonders where the class president has gone during recess.
Lily pauses by a wooden cabinet, her gaze wandering through the quiet schoolroom alone. Deciding to visit the canteen instead, Lily prepares to grab her belongings and leave.
A close-up focuses on Lily retrieving her pink pencil case from her bag. Lily arrives at the school shop, staring at the various snacks on the shelves.
Lily debates between a sandwich and onigiri while considering what she wants for lunch.
The purple-haired girl reaches for a sandwich, deciding to settle on that for lunch. Lily reflects on news about Ji-won's academic rank while noticing a new sandwich variety.
Staring at the floor, Lily ponders if a specific event is possible in her situation.
Lily wonders if Ji-won's recent help is the reason behind his current strange behavior.
Carrying 2 sandwiches, Lily worries that Ji-won might have already eaten his lunch alone.
Lily turns a corner, concerned that her friend might have lost his appetite because of her.
Lily cries out in surprise after accidentally bumping into the back of a tall student. A boy with blonde hair and an intense gaze looks back at the girl. Staggering backward, Lily lets out a confused sound as she recognizes the boy.
Lily tilts her head slightly, looking bewildered by the sudden encounter in the courtyard.
Lee Hyun-woo stands nearby, watching the interaction with his intense golden eyes.
A close-up captures Lily's wide-eyed expression as she realizes who is standing before her.
Lily stands between the boys, noticing the tense and awkward atmosphere surrounding the group. The gray-haired senior boy stares ahead, his expression cold and focused on the students.
Startled to see him there, Lily asks Ji-won what he is doing in this area.
The blonde-haired boy swallows nervously and pointedly avoids making eye contact with the freshman girl.
Lily wonders if the boy is avoiding her gaze because she shouldn't see him there.
Lee Hyun-woo mentions that her friend apparently has something specific he wants to ask him.
Squinting with annoyance, the senior tells the other boy to speak up or stop being irritating.
Lily stares at Jiwon, her curiosity piqued by the senior's mention of a hidden question.
Jiwon claims it is nothing and urges Lily to leave while she offers a confused agreement. The brown-haired boy leads Lily away, leaving the older students standing in the courtyard.
One of the students calls out to the retreating pair, questioning their sudden, hurried departure.
Lily hesitates while walking away, sensing that the situation has become incredibly tense. Glancing down at her hands, Lily notices the 2 sandwiches she is still holding. Apologizing to Jiwon, Lily suddenly dashes back toward the group of senior students she left. Jiwon looks back in shock as he watches Lily run toward the intimidating senior.
Lily offers a sandwich to the gray-haired senior boy, asking him to please accept the gift.
The senior takes the food while Lily explains the teacher is searching for the class president. Lily smiles and suggests that they should all head back quickly before getting into trouble. Lee Hyun-woo stands frozen with the sandwich, appearing caught off guard by her gesture.
The senior boy looks at the food in his hand and asks what she is doing.
Lily tells him she just bought it and to enjoy it as she runs back. Looking back once more, Lily thanks the senior for the beautiful flowers he gave her yesterday. Left alone with his thoughts, the gray-haired boy wonders why she is mentioning flowers now.
Lily playfully pushes Jiwon away, telling him they need to return to class now.
The other boys remark on Lily's lack of fear and her strange behavior toward the senior.
A close-up shows Lee Hyun-woo beginning to eat the sandwich the girl gave him.
Standing by a vending machine, Jiwon asks Lily what she was trying to achieve back there.
Lily asks her friend if something happened, noting that he seems very off and different today.
Jiwon stands alone in the school courtyard, appearing deep in thought while looking downward.
Lily approaches the vending machine and asks her friend if he wants a cold drink.
The brown-haired boy looks over his shoulder with a startled expression at her sudden appearance. Lily points at a beverage and questions his choice while standing beside the glowing machine. Lily admits she prefers water while the 2 students stand together in the quiet courtyard. Jiwon takes a sip from his can but thinks to himself that it tastes unpleasant. Lily asks if his grades dropped, causing Jiwon to spit out his drink in sudden shock. Jiwon coughs while Lily watches him with a worried and confused look on her face. Lily explains she heard rumors and noticed his strange behavior after the test scores were released. Sitting on a bench, Jiwon clarifies that his grades actually improved rather than falling, as rumored. Lily looks toward the sky and mentions hearing the top rank belonged to another class. Jiwon explains that they shared the top rank and he was merely double-checking his scores. Lily reacts with surprise while Jiwon apologizes for his odd behavior during their time together. Lily expresses her relief, admitting she was worried without understanding the full context of his situation. Standing up, Lily promises to listen whenever he feels burdened or has something on his mind. Lily taps his chest and encourages him to find her whenever he needs a supportive listener. Jiwon blushes and smiles warmly, finally feeling at ease after the purple-haired girl's kind words. The scene shifts to the school rooftop as a gentle breeze blows through the green leaves. A speech bubble floating against the clear blue sky asks about hanging out this coming weekend.
Jiwon remains seated on the bench while Lily stands before him in the scenic courtyard.
Back at home, Jiwon sits at his desk and stares intensely at a blank notepad. Resting his head on his hand, the boy looks pensive while contemplating his plans for Lily. Jiwon wonders what he should do to make their upcoming weekend together special and memorable. Checking his phone, Jiwon contemplates what kind of activities the purple-haired girl would actually enjoy. Jiwon pauses mid-typing, his expression serious as he continues to plan their weekend outing. A thought bubble reveals Jiwon's contemplation regarding the nature of their friendship while he scrolls.
Sitting at his computer desk, Jiwon deletes his message, feeling that his current plan isn't right.
Jiwon flops onto his bed with a soft sound, still clutching his phone with a frustrated look. Jiwon stares at his screen and considers if a movie would be a good choice.
Jiwon views trending movies, including a provocative title that catches his eye on the cinema app.
Jiwon quickly dismisses the idea, thinking such a movie would be inappropriate for an outing with Lily. The scene shifts to a vibrant outdoor cafe area filled with couples and a pink mascot. Jiwon checks his phone in the street just as Lily calls out his name from the MI. Lily arrives in a new outfit, her eyes wide with excitement as she greets her friend.
Jiwon notes her arrival while Lily mentions he arrived even earlier than she expected him to.
Lily asks about their schedule for the day, noting they haven't planned anything yet due to him.
Jiwon reaches into his jacket and announces that he has prepared a specific activity for them. Lily watches with curiosity, wondering what her friend has managed to organize for their weekend date.
Jiwon reveals 2 red movie tickets, presenting them to the girl with a slight, nervous blush.
Lily stares at the tickets in quiet amazement, surprised by his thoughtful preparation for their day.
Jiwon smiles gently and officially asks if she would like to watch a movie with him.
The brown-haired boy repeats his invitation, looking hopeful while holding the movie tickets out to her. The pair enters the crowded cinema lobby, moving toward the concession stand and the theaters beyond.
Lily orders a large bucket of caramel popcorn while the employee prepares their snack and drink.
Carrying their snacks, Lily excitedly remarks on how long it has been since she had popcorn. Lily mentions this is her first cinema trip in a long time while taking a phone photo. Lily captures a photo of her popcorn, mentioning she typically only watches movies at her home. Lily stops and looks at her phone with a confused expression as they walk through the lobby. Lily points out a figure in the background of her photo, identifying the senior student Lee Hyun-woo. Lily questions the senior's presence while Jiwon notes they have 10 minutes before their movie starts. Jiwon suggests that they head into the cinema theater to find their assigned seats. Lily pauses in the lobby, her attention caught by a familiar figure in the distance.
Jiwon wonders what has captured the purple-haired girl's attention as she continues to stare. Two male students stand at a kiosk, one of whom is the senior, Lee Hyun-woo.
Lee Hyun-woo looks back with a sharp, suspicious glance, sensing that someone is watching him.
Jiwon asks if they should go in, while Lily reacts with a startled exclamation. Lily quickly agrees to head inside, clearly distracted by her sudden discovery in the lobby.
Juwon asks about their seating while the two of them walk toward the theater entrance. Lily glances back one more time, her thoughts lingering on the person she just spotted.
Lily's mind focuses on the mysterious black-haired person standing beside her senior, Lee Hyun-woo.
Lily ponders the familiar appearance of the boy, unable to recall where she saw him.
A voiceover reminds the audience that the movie is starting and to check the evacuation routes.
Sitting in the theater, Lily feels nervous and hopes the movie adaptation matches the novel.
Lily asks Jiwon how he knew she wanted to see this specific movie today.
Jiwon begins to answer her question with a mysterious smile as they wait for the film.
A flashback shows Lily's classmates gossiping about her confession to the senior, which Jiwon overhears.
Jiwon recalls listening to classmates mocking Lily's feelings for the senior student while he studied. Earlier,
Back in the theater, Jiwon claims he knows Lily well enough to guess her cinematic preferences.
The two friends share a close, intimate moment as they look into each other's eyes.
Lily questions if Jiwon can read minds, while he simply laughs off her surprised reaction. Jahan playfully teases the possibility of having mind-reading powers while Lily looks at him skeptically. Lily declares she will stop thinking entirely if he can read her mind so easily. Jiwon's expression turns serious as a thought bubble reflects his inner confusion about a detail.
Lee Hyun-woo and the black-haired boy enter the theater looking for their seats in the row.
Lee Hyun-woo and his companion realize they are sitting directly in front of Lily and Jihan.
Jihan looks down with a cold, intense expression as the senior students take their seats. Lily hides behind her popcorn bucket, shocked that the senior student is watching this movie.
Peeking over the bucket, Lily considers the strange coincidence of their seating arrangement in the theater. Lily notices the two senior students bickering and wonders about the nature of their relationship.
Lee Hyun-woo's companion laughs, leading Lily to note the similar vibes he shares with the senior. A realization strikes Lily as she finally remembers where she saw the black-haired boy before.
Lily recalls the news article, identifying the black-haired boy as the younger brother of Lee Hyun-woo.
Lily notes their resemblance just as the black-haired boy turns around to look at her.
Their eyes meet, causing Lily to panic and accidentally drop her bucket of caramel popcorn. Lily cries out as she and Jiwon struggle with the spilled snacks in the dark theater. The surrounding audience notices the commotion as Lily stands up to apologize for the mess. Lily apologizes to Jiwon and insists on cleaning up the spilled popcorn from the floor. Lee Hyun-woo turns around in his seat, looking at the chaos unfolding directly behind him.
A close-up captures Lee Hyun-woo's sharp golden eyes as he glares at the clumsy freshman girl.
Jiwon tells Lily to stay put while he helps her clean up the mess more quickly. Lily laments the wasted snacks, noting they hadn't even started eating before the accident happened. Jiwon tries to cheer Lily up, mentioning they still have their drinks and offering more popcorn.
Lily declines the offer and hurriedly leaves her seat to dispose of the empty bucket.
Jiwon watches Lily run out of the theater, feeling concerned about her sudden, frantic departure. Jiwon remains seated alone, reflecting on the nervous energy he has felt throughout their outing. Jiwon wonders why Lily had to lock eyes with Lee Hyun-woo at that specific moment.
A close-up of Ji-hwan's face reveals his growing frustration and jealousy regarding the senior's presence.
Inside the restroom, Lily washes her hands while questioning her clumsy behavior and nervous state. Lily dries her hands, resolving to thank Jiwon properly for his patience after the movie.
Lily hides behind a corner, realizing the senior, Lee Hyun-woo, spotted her earlier.
The purple-haired girl looks completely stunned as she encounters someone unexpected in the hallway. Lily stands frozen in shock after running directly into Lee Hyun-woo outside the theater.
Lily peeks at the senior, wondering why he isn't inside watching the movie.
Lee Hyun-woo leans against the wall and bluntly asks what is wrong with the girl. The senior boy stares with a sharp, piercing intensity that makes the atmosphere feel heavy. He continues to glare at Lily, his golden eyes filled with an unspoken, cold judgment. Confused, Lily asks the senior for clarification after he makes a cryptic and puzzling remark. Lee Hyun-woo notes they locked eye earlier and accuses her of pretending they are strangers. Turning away, the senior questions why she was so clumsy with the popcorn in the theater.
Lily looks down and clutches her arm while the senior tells her to forget the matter.
Lee Hyun-woo mockingly challenges her for trying to seduce another boy instead of him. A close-up captures Lily's deep blush as she reacts to the senior's blunt, provocative accusation.
Scratching his neck, Lee Hyun-woo expresses his frustration and tells her to do as she pleases.
Lily watches the senior walk away, softly calling out to him as he disappears from sight.
Lily lingers alone in the empty hallway before slowly deciding to return to the cinema.
The purple-haired girl quietly slips back into her seat as the movie continues in the dark.
Jiwon welcomes her back while Lily expresses forced excitement to hide her recent encounter.
Lily looks at the empty seats ahead, noting the senior and his companion have left. Sipping her drink, Lily remains distracted by the senior's claim that she is seducing Jiwon. Jiwon rests his chin on his hand, observing Lily's pensive and distant expression.
The purple-haired girl begins to sniffle as she becomes emotional during a sad movie scene.
After the film, Jiwon asks if she enjoyed it while Lily wipes away her tears.
Lily admits that she also cried when she read the novel the movie was based on. The movie screen shows a tragic scene, which Lily finds to be a very heartbreaking conclusion.
A close-up displays the sorrowful face of the movie's female protagonist during the final moments.
Lily reflects on the sad ending, mentioning that the heartbreak of the characters felt very real.
Walking outside, Jiwon listens as Lily shares her thoughts on the movie's emotional impact.
Jiwon tries to cheer her up by noting that a happy ending is what matters most.
Lily notes the darkness while Jiwon mentions the sun sets faster in the cold weather.
Shivering in the night air, Lily remarks on how much colder it has become since sunset.
Lily reacts with surprise as Jiwon suddenly drapes his large cream-colored jacket over her shoulders.
Jiwon insists she wears jacket, though Lily worries he will catch a cold himself.
The brown-haired boy reassures her by revealing he is wearing another layer beneath his jacket.
Lily gratefully accepts the offer and smiles while putting on the oversized warm garment. Brightening up, Lily delights in the jacket's warmth while checking her phone for dinner plans.
Jiwon watches her while Lily suggests finding a restaurant since they missed out on snacks.
Jiwon thinks about how small she looks while Lily offers to treat him for a meal.
Lily shares the results of her restaurant research, showing Jiwon several popular nearby options.
The phone screen displays a delicious omelet dish from one of the restaurants she found.
Lily presents images of famous desserts and a pizza place as additional choices for their dinner.
Lily asks Jiwon to help her choose between the 3 restaurants she has highlighted. Leaning in close, Lily whispers a secret suggestion into Jiwon's ear, catching him off guard.
The sudden proximity causes both students to blush as they share a quiet, heart-pounding moment. They agree to choose the pizza restaurant, with Jihan appearing slightly dazed by her closeness.
Lily pulls up the GPS on her phone and prepares to lead them to their destination.
Before dinner, Lily mentions there is one specific place she wants to visit first.
Jiwon stands in a shop wearing a pair of ridiculous glowing green alien-shaped sunglasses.
Lily tries on a bow while asking if Jiwon wants to try on another accessory. Laughing, Lily places cat ears on the class president and teases him about his new look. Inside the shop, Jiwon refuses the glasses, but Lily insists they are necessary for photos.
Noticing another pair is finished, Lily prepares while Jiwon waits patiently in his cat ears.
Lily excitedly leads Jiwon into the booth, noting how long it's been since taking photos.
Once inside, the pair ponders which poses to use for their upcoming photo streak.
After an initial failure, Jiwon suggests a classic peace sign, which Lily happily accepts.
Lily tries to recall trending poses, dismissing outdated ones while preparing for the next shot.
Noticing his rigid posture, Lily teases Jiwon, who admits he is feeling incredibly nervous.
Lily laughs at their awkwardness while Jiwon looks at the resulting photo strip in surprise.
Delighted by the chaotic results, Lily points out a particularly funny image to her friend.
Jiwon stares at the photo strip, his face turning bright red from a sudden flush.
Lily asks if he is sick, but Jiwon blames the heat within the small booth.
Suggesting they find food, Lily heads out while Jiwon tries to compose himself.
Lily agrees to the meal and prepares to leave the shop with their new photos. The 2 students head toward the pizza restaurant as Lily considers their dinner options.
A series of photos shows the pair posing playfully with their silly accessories and smiles.
Arriving at the restaurant, Lily notes the wind has made her purple hair quite messy.
A quiet atmosphere settles over the restaurant as the 2 students find their table.
Sitting across from each other, a heavy silence falls as they wait to begin eating.
Lily steals a quick glance at Jiwon, sensing the lingering tension between them.
Under the table, Jiwon nervously fidgets with his fingers while avoiding direct eye contact.
Jiwon remains lost in his thoughts, his expression unreadable in the quiet restaurant setting.
Lily waves to get his attention, asking what has him so deeply preoccupied right now.
A glass begins to fall, catching both of them off guard during their quiet meal.
Jiwon reacts with sudden shock, reaching out frantically to prevent the glass from spilling.
Expressing relief, Jiwon catches the glass just in time to avoid a messy oxidirt.
Lily asks if he is okay, wondering if his distraction caused the sudden clumsy moment.
Jiwon reassures Lily that he is fine as he places the glass back on.
Lily worries the movie choice was poor, fearing she forced him into watching it. A slice of pizza topped with ham and pineapple is lifted from the serving stand.
Jiwon smiles and insists the film was enjoyable, putting her worries to rest immediately.
The brown-haired boy mentions that the experience helped him understand her personal tastes much better.
Surprised, Lily asks for more details while she continues to enjoy her slice of pizza.
Jiwon notes she is eating well and asks if she likes the pizza they chose. Confirming the food is delicious, Lily asks about his own favorite types of movies.
Jiwon admits he has no specific preference since he rarely takes time for cinematic outings.
Poking at her food, Lily prepares to ask a question that has been on her mind.
Jiwon looks at her seriously and admits he still has much to learn about her. Offering to be open, Jiwon invites Lily to ask him anything she is curious about.
Lily hesitates for a moment before admitting there is one specific topic she wants to discuss.
Jiwon maintains his gentle gaze and encourages her to share what is on her mind. A bold question asks Jiwon to explain his actual relationship with the senior student, Lee Hyun-woo. The 2 students sit in a tense standoff as the weight of the question settles.
Jiwon's gaze sharpens, reflecting the complicated feelings he harbors for the gray-haired senior boy.
Sensing his discomfort, Lily quickly offers him an out if the subject is too difficult.
Lily explains she noticed his behavior changes drastically whenever the senior student is nearby.
A memory surfaces of a past confrontation where the senior boy looked down at Jiwon. Jiwon recalls his intense animosity toward the senior during a previous encounter at school. Back in the present, Jiwon stares ahead, preparing to finally reveal the truth to Lily.
Jiwon begins his explanation, confirming the senior boy's name as he starts his story.
Lily gulps nervously, her focus entirely on her friend as she waits for his response.
Jiwon, smiling, explains he dislikes the senior because he finds the older boy annoying.
Lily questions his simple reasoning, while Jiwon counters that strong reasons aren't necessary for dislike.
The brown-haired boy notes that the same logic applies to the reasons for liking someone.
As he cuts his pizza, Jiwon asks if he can inquire about a personal concern. Lily turns toward her friend and asks what has piqued his sudden sense of curiosity.
Jiwon looks down at the table and begins to mention the dynamic between them.
Jiwon asks which of the two boys would cause her more significant emotional distress. Lily stares blankly at the class president, stunned by the sudden and heavy personal question.
Outside the pizza restaurant window, the shadow of a cat passes by during their meal.
A phone resting on the table begins to vibrate loudly with an unexpected incoming call. Jiwon tells Lily to wait while he answers his phone and greets the unknown Khan.
Jiwon's expression becomes serious as the caller informs him of a sudden critical emergency.
Jiwon confirms he is leaving immediately, while the caller on the phone confirms it's fine.
Standing up, Jiwon apologizes to Lily, explaining he must leave for an urgent matter.
Lily quickly tells her friend it is okay and encourages him to head out immediately. Walking away, Jiwon apologizes again and promises to treat her to another delicious meal. Jiwon asks for a text later while Lily tells her friend to be very careful.
A heavy silence settles over the quiet restaurant after the door closes behind her friend.
Left alone at the table, Lily waves a final goodbye to the departing brown-haired boy. Looking at the leftovers, Lily wonders what kind of emergency could have pulled him away. Walking through the quiet neighborhood streets, Lily heads home alone under the bright streetlights. Lily stops suddenly, her attention caught by a shadowy figure emerging from the nearby darkness. The purple-haired girl's eyes widen in surprise as she recognizes the person approaching her.
Lee Hyun-woo stumbles toward her, breathing heavily as Lily reacts with a startled exclamation.
Terrified by the sudden confrontation, Lily cries out for help in the empty night street. Looking exhausted and disheveled, the senior student reacts with confusion to the girl's sudden panic. Lily asks what he is doing there while the senior tells her not to ask.
Lee Hyun-woo stares at the girl with a sharp, piercing intensity despite his obvious fatigue.
Footsteps echo through the alleyway, signaling that someone else is approaching their current location.
The senior boy sits down while Lily asks if he is being chased by someone. Lily watches with concern as the senior student folds his arms and looks away.
Lily drapes her oversized cream-colored jacket over the senior's head to help hide his identity.
Squatting beside him, Lily asks if he would like to listen to some music together. Lily gently places one of her earbuds into the senior student's ear to share her music. The senior student sits quietly under the jacket, listening to the music the girl provided. Lily smiles and mentions that her favorite song should help him feel more calm.
Sensing someone nearby, Lily tells the senior to hide as they hear footsteps approaching now.
Lily peeks out from their hiding spot, watching a stranger walk through the dark alley.
A blonde boy with long hair covering one eye walks past their current hiding place.
The mysterious boy looks around with a dark, unsettling expression as he searches the area.
Lily remains frozen in place, hoping the stranger does not notice her or the senior.
The blonde-haired boy continues walking past them, his footsteps fading away into the quiet night.
Lily breathes a sigh of relief when she is certain the stranger has finally left. Lily informs the senior the coast is clear while he admits he already knew that. Watching the senior, Lily silently wonders what has happened to cause him such obvious distress. Lily acknowledges that the senior boy likely won't answer her even if she asks him.
The senior confirms her suspicion and hands back the earbud while preparing to stand up.
Lily asks about the stranger's identity while the senior student dismisses him as a friend.
Surprised, Lily notes that the boy looked dangerous enough to commit a murder. Lee Hyun-woo looks away and clarifies that the person was a former friend. Hyun-woo notes Lily's many enemies, but she offers to share her full story instead.
Lily confirms her desire to know everything while looking intently at the gray-haired boy.
Hyun-woo warns that uncovering the truth might permanently end her affection for him.
Hyun-woo suggests that losing interest would benefit Lily since she supposedly dislikes him.
The senior boy repeats his assumption that the purple-haired girl has no feelings for him.
Hyun-woo tells her not to repeat herself while Lily stays quiet and looks away.
Lily considers if disliking him is an advantage, though she still enjoys chasing him.
Lily notes that disliking him makes him win their bet as he leans on her.
Lily expresses her strong opposition to that result while Hyun-woo rests against her shoulder. Hyun-woo admits he doesn't want her to dislike him as they sit together quietly.
Hyun-woo mentions he can hear her racing heartbeat while Lily reacts with visible panic.
Lily makes a nervous excuse while Hyun-woo compares her heartbeat to a loud drum.
Hyun-woo asks for the name of the song she played, admitting he liked it.
Lily and Hyun-woo share a peaceful moment listening to the song in the alley.
Lily questions the senior's earlier remark about not wanting her to dislike him. Standing up, Hyun-woo dismisses his previous comment as something of no real importance.
Hyun-woo asks if they are near her house as he prepares to head home.
Lily excitedly confirms that her residence is located just a short distance ahead.
The senior boy offers to walk Lily home as she clutches the cream-colored jacket.
Lily is delighted by his offer while Hyun-woo checks his phone and confirms.
Hyun-woo tells Lily to lead the way instead of standing around staring at him.
A large title card displays the word senior in bold letters over the scene.
The title, Is Bad, appears as the two students walk down a residential street.
Walking beside him, Lily reflects on how happy this simple moment makes her feel.
Lily notes she is used to watching him from afar but loves walking together.
Looking at him, Lily repeats that walking side by side makes her very happy.
Hyunwoo looks skeptical and questions if such a minor thing can cause her happiness.
Lily beamingly confirms that walking home together is an absolutely perfect experience for her.
Hyunwoo gazes ahead and sighs, wishing that his own life could be that simple.
Turning back, Hyunwoo asks how much farther they need to walk to reach home.
Lily giggles and reveals that they have already walked right past her house.
Hyunwoo is stunned by the news that they overshot their destination during the walk.
Lily continues to laugh while Hyunwoo reacts with disbelief at her being so distracted.
Hyunwoo admits he doesn't understand her behavior as they walk back toward her house.
The purple-haired girl finally returns home and closes the door after her eventful night.
Entering her room, Lily joyfully greets her orange cat, Roro, with a warm hug.
Lily hides her blushing face in her hands as her heart continues to race.
Collapsing on the floor, Lily feels like her heart might burst from the evening's events.
Lily suddenly remembers that she is still in possession of Ji-hwan's oversized cream jacket.
Lily wonders how the garment became a lucky jacket as she looks at it fondly.
Lily resolves to return the jacket tomorrow along with a delicious treat for her friend.
Lily plans to wash the jacket tonight while Roro the cat rests on a pillow.
Feeling completely exhausted, Lily falls onto her bed and kicks her legs in tiredness. Lily decides to fall asleep while listening to the song she shared with Hyunwoo.
Reaching for her phone, Lily begins searching for the specific song to play to May.
Lily looks at her phone one last time, feeling completely drained and ready for sleep.
Lily falls into a deep sleep, dropping her phone on the bed while snoring softly.
Lily wakes up suddenly as light flashes, reacting with a startled and confused exclamation.
Lily panics and screams that she is late after seeing the time on her phone.
Checking her phone closer, Lily is confused to find it is only 7:05 a.m.
Lily yawns and realizes she needs to depart early today for her scheduled plans.
Squatting by the door, the purple-haired girl prepares to leave her house for school.
Lily stops at the entrance and notices something different about her reflection in the mirror. Lily wonders if her bangs have grown longer while touching her hair with a curious expression. Opening the door, Lily thinks about styling her hair differently once it grows out more.
A scenic view shows autumn trees and buildings as a new day begins in the city.
Walking past a local bakery, Lily shivers and remarks on how cold the morning air feels.
Lily wonders what sweets Ji-hwan likes, noting that sugar is perfect for long study sessions.
Looking through the glass window, Lily considers buying something simple to treat her friend. Recalling the bakery opens early, Lily decides to buy Ji-hwan a delicious breakfast snack.
In the classroom, the brown-haired boy focuses intensely on a book titled, Is It Spring?
Lily surprises Ji-hwan by holding up a shopping bag with a cheerful and loud exclamation.
Lily excitedly informs her friend that she has returned the jacket he lent her yesterday. Ji-hwan thanks her for the return as the purple-haired girl hands over the large paper bag.
Lily watches him expectantly, wondering if he has noticed the extra surprise hidden inside the bag.
Blushing, Lily suggests that he might find something very delicious if he looks deeper into the bag.
Ji-hwan mentions a poetry assignment for their Korean class and suggests Lily borrow a specific book.
A diagram illustrates the significant social distance still remaining between the two high school students. Lily decides to follow his advice and head to the library to find the poetry collection.
Inside the bag, a small note from Lily encourages her friend to eat and cheer up.
Browsing the tall library shelves, Lily worries about finding the right book for her class presentation.
Lily holds 2 poetry books, debating which one would be a better choice for her project.
Settling on the purple book with the moon, Lily decides it is the better option. Hurrying across the library floor, Lily prepares to start reading and taking detailed study notes.
As she walks between the shelves, Lily notices someone else sitting quietly on the library floor.
Lily pauses in her tracks, her eyes widening as she recognizes the student sitting nearby.
Lee Hyun-woo sits on the floor, deeply engrossed in a document while ignoring his surroundings.
A quiet whisper fills the air as the two students begin a hushed library conversation.
Lily approaches the senior, who looks up at her with a confused and questioning expression.
Hyunwoo reacts with irritation, questioning why Lily cares about where he chooses to sit today.
Lily waves and asks the gray-haired boy what he is currently reading in the quiet library.
The purple-haired girl repeats her question, but the senior remains reluctant to share his interests.
Hyunwoo dismisses her curiosity and quickly attempts to hide the paper he was looking at earlier. Crouching beside him, Lily asks why he is being secretive and if the content is weird.
Leaning in close, Hyunwoo mockingly suggests that she doesn't seem like the type to enjoy reading.
Lily stares at him in surprise, her face heating up due to the senior's sudden proximity.
Hyunwoo gazes back with his sharp golden eyes, his expression becoming serious and intense.
Looking down at the students, a floating question wonders if this senior's claim is actually true. The scene shifts as the purple-haired girl stretches and addresses the readers with a cheerful update. Sitting by some lockers, the gray-haired boy looks at his phone during a brief narrative transition.
A close-up reveals a page filled with dense, organized notes, signaling a very dedicated student.
Blinking in surprise, Lily asks the senior if he was busy organizing all of his nets.
Lily grabs the paper to investigate while the senior cries out in surprise and minor pain.
Hyunwoo sighs and clarifies that he is simply a student who chooses to actually study.
The senior boy challenges her surprised reaction, asking what is wrong with him being studious.
Lily admits she is shocked because rumors claim he manipulated his grades instead of earning them. Clenching the paper, Hyunwoo reacts with visible anger toward the people spreading such malicious lies.
Lily taps the senior's face with a wrapped snack, successfully diverting his sudden flare of temper. Lily presents a macaron and insists that having sweets is a requirement for any study session. A close-up captures the colorful wrapped treat as Lily offers a small kindness to the senior. Lee Hyun-woo looks at the yellow macaron and bluntly states that he hates sweets.
Lily reacts with surprise, but the senior student notes she clearly enjoys them herself.
Lee Hyun-woo reaches out and firmly grabs the sleeve of Lily's oversized pink hoodie.
Lily freezes in shock as the gray-haired boy pulls her closer with an intense gaze.
Lily agrees to his request as she accidentally drops the small snack onto her lap.
The two students sit quietly on the floor together, hidden away behind the tall bookshelves. Hyun-woo pauses for a moment, holding the yellow macaron right in front of his mouth.
Lily watches him expectantly, wondering if he will actually change his mind and eat it.
A voice encourages the senior student to open his mouth and try the sweet treat. Lily is confused as she explains she gave him the macaron to eat, not herself. Hyun-woo smirks playfully as he holds the macaron to Lily's lips, insisting she eat it.
Lily admits it is delicious while the senior student eats the rest and agrees.
A slight smile touches Hyun-woo's face as he admits the snack is actually quite good.
Standing up, the senior boy begins to walk away through the quiet library aisles. Hyun-woo announces he is leaving and tells Lily not to follow him as she reacts. Lily remains sitting on the library floor alone, processing the intense moment they just shared.
The purple-haired girl lets out a long breath, her face flushed with a deep blush.
Turning back to her poetry book, Lily tries to remember which page she was reading.
A close-up shows Lily quickly flipping through the book to find her specific study spot.
Lily finds the right page and smiles, glad to have located the poem she wanted.
Lily decides to write her review early and carefully places a bear sticker on her notes.
Back in the classroom, Jiwon asks if Lily found a poem she likes for class.
Lily confirms she found a poem that resonated deeply and touched her heart.
The brown-haired boy looks at her thoughtfully, sensing the importance of her chosen poem.
The teacher asks the class if everyone has finished choosing poems and writing their reports.
The students look toward the front as they prepare for the start of the presentations. The teacher tells the front row to begin as a student stands up and prepares.
A black-haired boy stands at the podium to start his reading for the classroom assignment. A female student recommends her chosen poem to the rest of the listening class. Another student explains how their chosen poem offered comfort during a very difficult time.
Lily gulps nervously while holding her purple book, waiting for her turn to be called.
The teacher calls on Lily to come forward and begin her poetry presentation for everyone.
Jiwon offers a supportive gesture, encouraging his friend to be brave during her turn.
Lily takes a deep breath and opens her book, preparing to address the entire class. Lily introduces her chosen poem from the book titled Young Love is a Foolish Thing. Standing at the podium, Lily begins reading her verses to the quiet and attentive classroom.
A memory flashes of a white rabbit plushie hanging from a claw machine's metal grip.
Lily recalls the evening she helped hide the senior boy by draping her jacket over him. Another memory surfaces of the recent and intimate moment they shared on the library floor.
Lily smiles brightly in her memory, reflecting on the genuine happiness those moments brought her.
Lily recites the line about her foolish love at 17 while standing before the class.
Continuing her reading, Lily declares that despite its foolishness, her love is nevertheless beautiful. Lily explains the poem covers the messy feelings of first love as Jiwon listens quietly. Jiwon watches Lily intently as she mentions the poem, ensures one is left with no regrets. Lily concludes her presentation by stating that young love is just as beautiful as it is foolish.
The classroom audience claps for her as she finishes her speech and closes her book.
Returning to her desk, Lily feels her heart racing loudly after the pressure of the presentation.
Jiwon compliments her poem, and Lily agrees it was a very special choice for her. Lily reflects on how the verses she shared perfectly mirror her own complicated life story. Jiwon notes it is his turn to present while privately resolving that he wants to change. Jiwon contemplates the risk of taking a reckless chance while standing in the classroom. Jiwon stares at the bulletin board, his back turned as the scene begins quietly. The brown-haired boy considers 3 specific words that carry a heavy weight for him. Jiwon wonders if the words hidden behind his lips are visible to his friend. Jiwon reflects on how his eyes have always been fixed on the purple-haired growl.
Memories surface of Lily handing him a tablet while he recalls his spoken words.
Jiwon remembers his helpful actions while Lily stands near him on a sunny day.
A quiet moment passes as a single speech bubble tail hangs in the air.
Jiwon focuses intensely on a pink book titled Is It Spring during his class. Jiwon addresses the class, noting how her eyes, body, and actions have caught him. Standing at the podium, Jiwon adds that her lips are also part of his focus. Lily looks stunned as Jiwon delivers a direct confession, admitting that he likes her.
The classroom applauds loudly as Jiwon concludes his presentation and bows his head politely.
Lily praises the presentation while Jiwon pulls out his chair to sit beside her.
Jiwon claims there is nothing he cannot do, and Lily agrees with his confidence.
Lily lists his many strengths, noting his academic success, presentation skills, and kind nature. Jiwon turns to his friend and asks what else she finds noteworthy about him.
Lily puts a finger to her chin, taking a moment to ponder her answer.
Lily enthusiastically declares that her friend is cool while holding a small, determined fist. Jiwon looks at Lily with a serious, intense gaze that catches her off guard.
A quiet question fills the air, asking if he is allowed to be reckless.
Ji-hwan looks toward the window while Lily watches him with a look of confusion. Lily reacts with surprise and asks for clarification regarding his sudden and vague question.
Ji-hwan covers his face in embarrassment while Lily looks on with a silent expression.
Hiding his blushing face, the brown-haired boy admits that he simply wants to be brave.
The question about being reckless is repeated as the atmosphere in the classroom shifts.
Lily stares blankly at her friend, processing the weight of his sudden emotional honesty.
Lily looks down at her desk, nervously fidgeting with her fingers in the quiet classroom. The classroom ceiling and projector are shown as a brief transition between school scenes.
Ji-hwan rests his head on his hand, looking pensive and slightly flushed after class.
Lily is surprised when Ji-hwan calls her name as they prepare to head home.
Lily suddenly swerves and claims she has an urgent matter to handle immediately.
Lily hurries away, remembering she forgot to return her book to the school library.
Ji-hwan watches from a window as Lily runs across the school field in a hurry.
Ji-hwan sends a text message telling the purple-haired girl to stay safe tonight.
Ji-hwan lets out a heavy sigh, looking down with a troubled and thoughtful expression. Walking away alone, Ji-hwan carries his bag as he heads home after the long day.
A memory flashes of Ji-hwan asking Lily if she recently cut her long hair.
Ji-hwan recalls suggesting they study together to get to know each other much better. Night falls over the city, shown through a view of dark clouds and fences.
Ji-hwan stands on a sports court, informing a caller that he is nearby now.
Holding his phone, Ji-hwan asks the person on the other end to meet briefly.
Ji-hwan lies on his bed, wondering if his feelings for Lily have any chance.
Covering his eyes, the boy questions if he even stands a chance with his love.
A flashback shows Ji-hwan and Lily sharing a close moment in a photo booth. Ji-hwan watches from around a corner as Lily and Hyunwoo share an intimate hug.
Ji-hwan's hand clenches into a tight fist as he witnesses the two students together. Ji-hwan looks out from his hiding spot, his face filled with visible pain and jealousy. Hyunwoo stares ahead, resolving that he does not want to lose to Ji-hwan.
The sun shines through power lines as a new day begins after the emotional night.
Lily peeks into a cafe, searching for a specific new release she heard about.
Lily spots a record on a shelf and excitedly exclaims that she finally found it.
A system notification announces the release of a new limited edition LP from the band POF.
At home, Lily looks at her laptop and gasps at the news of the vinyl release.
Looking through the glass storefront, the purple-haired girl's eyes sparkle with immense joy and wonder.
A bell jingles as Lily enters the record shop to find the album she wants.
Lily looks at a display and notes that the album is popular enough to be showcased.
Admiring the record's cover, Lily decides to buy it for decoration despite having no player.
Lily considers using the store's listening equipment since she cannot listen at home.
A close-up shows hands carefully placing the vinyl record onto the turntable to start playing.
Lily stands by the player and puts on headphones to experience the music for herself.
The purple-haired girl closes her eyes, finding the sound of the record to be very nice.
Lily reflects that the physical record makes it feel as if she is listening live.
Lily is startled when someone's hand suddenly pulls one side of her headphones away.
Turning around, Lily is surprised to find her senior standing right behind her in the shop.
Stunned by the encounter, Lily calls out to her senior with a confused expression.
Lily explains she is listening to her favorite band's new record, which was just released.
Hyunwoo suggests using her phone, but Lily insists there's a big difference in quality.
The gray-haired boy responds with a single confused question as he looks at the student.
Lily points at the record he is holding and asks why he has one too.
Hyunwoo asks again if she can't simply listen on her phone like everyone else.
The senior student clarifies that the record he is holding is actually not for himself.
Hyunwoo explains that he only came to buy it because someone kept pestering him constantly. Lily remarks on how often they run into each other while Hyunwoo looks at her. Hyunwoo admits he suspected stalking but realizes she couldn't possibly know his exact location.
The gray-haired boy scoffs and gives a slight knowing smirk toward the purple-haired girl.
Grabbing her record, the senior student asks if the music on it is actually any good. The purple-haired girl asks the senior boy if he would like to listen along.
Standing together in the quiet shop, Hyunwoo gives a short negative response to her offer.
Hyunwoo decides to listen at home instead and starts to turn away from her. Lily watches the senior student with a quiet, pensive look as he prepares to leave.
The two students stand in the shop while another person begins to approach them.
A messy-haired boy complains about needing to re-rank because a new gaming season started today.
Noticing the pair, the newcomer asks what is going on between the two students.
An awkward atmosphere surrounds the group as they stand together in the middle of the shop.
The new student asks if the purple-haired girl is still chasing after the senior boy.
Leaning forward, the newcomer creates a tense moment as Lily looks on with surprise.
Hyunwoo grabs the newcomer, Park Yohan, and dismisses him as being a major pain.
The senior mocks Yohan's poor gaming rank, suggesting he shouldn't even bother playing tonight.
Yohan finds him annoying, but Hyunwoo notes he is the one always carrying the team.
Smirking, Hyunwoo promises that if he carries tonight, he gets to eat all the food.
Hyunwoo and Yohan head toward the counter as Lily watches them from a distance. A bell jingles as the two boys finish their business and head for the exit.
Before leaving, the gray-haired boy turns back and gives Lily a casual parting wave.
Lily stands alone in the shop, completely stunned by the senior's unexpected and friendly gesture.
Overwhelmed with shock and joy, Lily wonders if he actually just waved to her first.
A heart-shaped trail of light flies across the bright blue sky above the city buildings. Walking down the street, Lily is absolutely thrilled and dazzled by the evening's events.
Lily's inner thoughts echo her excitement over the fact that the senior waved to her first.
The purple-haired girl continues walking away, feeling incredibly happy after her successful trip. Walking home, Lily resolves to spend her evening filling the final pages of her diary.
A sudden realization strikes as Lily spots her friend Jiwon walking in the distance.
Jiwon strolls through the city streets, oblivious to his friend's presence nearby.
Panicking at the sight of Jiwon with another girl, Lily decides to hide immediately.
From her hiding spot, Lily watches as Jiwon walks alongside a girl with short hair. Sensing someone watching them, the short-haired girl pauses and wonders who might be there. Lily peeks out, curious about the stranger, but recoils when their eyes suddenly meet. The short-haired girl looks back toward the corner with an inquisitive and sharp expression. Pointing across the street, the girl invites Jiwon to visit a new donut shop nearby. Jiwon accepts the invitation as Lily watches them leave with a look of pure shock. A close-up captures Lily's stunned face as she processes seeing her friend with another girl.
The pair continues their walk while Lily remains hidden, reeling from the unexpected encounter.
A narrative credit page features two different characters standing closely together under a twilight sky.
Above the top of her head, a stern reminder warns readers against supporting unofficial sources.
Lily points directly forward with a determined expression while a dramatic sound effect emphasizes her action.
Returning home, Lily lets out a tired sigh after a long and exhausting day. Tossing her bag aside, Lily reflects on how unusually complicated her afternoon has become.
Sitting on the floor, Lily pulls a blue folder from her shopping bag while lost in thought. A memory flashes of the short-haired girl's face as she walked with Jiwon earlier.
Lily stares into space, wondering if the stranger had said something specific to her friend.
Resting her head on her hand, Lily sighs deeply while feeling confused by the day's events.
Looking down at a record on her floor, Lily admits she simply doesn't understand the situation.
The next school day begins with the sound of bells echoing through the bright blue sky.
Sunlight glints off the school buildings as students prepare for another day of classes.
Entering a classroom, Lily resolves to apologize to Jiwon for her recent avoidance and misunderstandings.
Inside, Jiwon is seen laughing and chatting with other students, looking cheerful and relaxed. Lily freezes in the doorway, caught off guard by the sight of her friend's happy mood.
Jiwon looks back toward the door with a calm and questioning expression on his face.
Panic seizing her as their eyes meet, Lily quickly shuts the door and runs away again.
Leaning against a row of lockers, Lily scolds herself for her recurring and impulsive habit of fleeing.
Standing in the hallway, Lily notices a student approaching and focuses on his slightly altered hair.
Jiwon leans against the doorway and asks the startled Lily if she plans on coming inside. Startled by his sudden proximity, Lily hurriedly agrees and prepares to enter the room.
Jiwon notes her slightly different look while Lily asks him about his own new hairstyle.
A thought bubble confirms that the boy purposefully styled his hair differently for a change.
Touching his forehead, Jiwon looks down and asks his friend if the new style looks weird. Lily frantically shakes her hands, clarifying that she was only surprised by the sudden image change.
Smiling brightly, Lily assures her friend that his new hairstyle actually looks very great on him.
Their conversation is interrupted as the short-haired girl from earlier approaches them in the hallway.
The newcomer grabs Jiwon's arm familiarly while calling out his name with a bright smile. Lily watches the physical contact with a silent and slightly uncomfortable look on her face.
The girl asks to borrow a paper while Jiwon politely asks her to release his hour.
Noticing Lily's presence, the short-haired girl looks over at her with a curious and questioning look.
The girl identifies Lily as the student who famously confessed her feelings to Lee Hyun-woo. Giggling behind her hand, the girl adds that Lily is known for being brutally rejected. Lily awkwardly plays along with the unwanted fame while Jiwon looks on with concern.
Visibly flustered, Jiwon directs the girl to his desk to find the printout she requested. The girl agrees to return it at lunch as Lily watches her leave with immense frustration.
Jiwon announces he is heading to the staff room as he prepares to move on.
Lily watches him walk away through the hallway, waving goodbye as the encounter finally ends.
Lily pauses and looks back with a confused expression as she prepares to leave.
A classmate asks Jiwon about his after-school plans, and he mentions attending prep school.
Sitting at her desk, Lily looks downcast while classmates observe the classmate's amazing vibe.
Jiwon looks toward an upset Lily while he handles several letters left on his desk. Lily admits she is jealous of her friend's popularity as they talk at their desks.
A bright morning sun shines over the school building as a student shouts a greeting.
The classroom is filled with students engaged in various activities like sleeping and chatting quietly.
Jiwon explains he will be late and suggests Lily go ahead while he finishes up.
Now wearing an oversized black hoodie, Lily walks down the quiet school hallway alone.
Two girls gossip about how Jiwon has become more handsome, mature, and aloof lately.
The girls ask Lily if they should try to pursue a relationship with her friend. A close-up reveals Lily's wide-eyed shock after hearing the girl's intentions regarding her close friend.
Lily reflects on how annoying the constant female attention towards her friend has become.
A basketball successfully passes through the hoop as a game continues in the school gym.
Lily watches from a distance as a group of boys enjoys a basketball game.
Jiwon sits on the gym floor with a basketball, looking off with a slight smile.
Observing from the doorway, Lily realizes her friend is doing perfectly fine without her presence. Lily acknowledges to herself that her friend is indeed very handsome, just as others said.
Jiwon catches his breath during the game, leaning over while holding the basketball in place.
Rejoining the action, Jiwon passes the ball to a teammate as the game continues.
Lily notes that her friend is also surprisingly good at sports as she continues watching.
Walking across the gym, Jiwon's impressive height catches Lila's attention from where she stands.
Jiwon approaches Lily and asks why she is standing there instead of working out.
Fidgeting nervously, Lily explains she wasn't feeling motivated today and was just hanging out.
Jiwon asks if she needs to head back while Lily looks at him with surprise.
After a brief glance toward the courts, Jiwon turns his full attention back to Lily. A gentle, knowing smile plays on Jiwon's face as he looks down at his friend.
Lily compliments his skill, and Jiwon playfully questions if he was actually playing that well.
A quiet moment passes between the two students as they stand together in the gym.
Jiwon looks at Lily with an intense gaze that makes the atmosphere feel more intimate. Lily is caught in his stare, her expression softening as they continue their private conversation. Leaning in slightly, Jiwon asks the purple-haired girl if she is feeling thirsty right now. Lily confirms she is a little thirsty, looking up at him with a look of curiosity.
After a quick look around the gym, Jiwon turns back to Lily with a smirk.
Jiwon makes a bold proposal, asking Lily if she wants to play hooky with him.
Lily is completely stunned by the suggestion, her mouth dropping open in total disbelief.
Jiwon notes that the teacher has already left the area as he weighs their chances.
The realization that the teacher is gone hangs in the air between the two friends. A notebook lies abandoned on a bench, reflecting the quiet state of the gym sideline.
Other students are preoccupied with their own conversations and activities nearby, ignoring the pair.
Jiwon smiles, declaring it the perfect time for them to sneak out of the school. Lily reacts with irritation, questioning how he can be so nonchalant about skipping their classes. A close-up shows Lily staring blankly as she tries to process his uncharacteristically rebellious behavior. Lily follows him through the hallway, sensing that something is very weird about his mood.
Lily wonders what is bothering him, watching her friend closely as they walk together.
Stopping him, Lily asks if everything is truly okay after his sudden and reckless suggestion.
Jiwon hesitates for a moment before preparing to lead her further away from the gym.
A close-up shows Jiwon's hand firmly grabbing the sleeve of Lily's black hoodie to lead.
Leading her away, Jiwon remarks it's a shame she viewed him as being so noble.
Turning back with a smirk, the boy asks if she actually dislikes his current behavior.
Lily considers skipping school for the first time, noting it might not be a bad idea. Hiding behind a pillar, Jiwon asks if anyone is looking, and Lily confirms the coast is clear. Jiwon and Lily exchange quick glances as they navigate the quiet school hallway together. Jiwon signals that it is time to move, and Lily responds with an enthusiastic agreement.
Jiwon shuts the door quietly while Lily hurries ahead to continue their secret escape.
Lily celebrates their success while Jiwon gives a casual confirmation that they made it out. Descending a staircase, Lily expresses her concern about the consequences of potentially getting caught. Jiwon jokingly claims he would run away without looking back if they were spotted.
The pair moves stealthily through the hallway, with Lily urging her friend to keep quiet.
Lily rejoices at their escape while Jiwon leans against the wall with a cool expression.
Looking ahead with a smile, Lily notes that they only need to pass the front gate.
A stern, dark thought bubble poses a threatening question about where the students are going. Lily freezes in place, sensing immediate trouble as a nervous expression crosses her face. A close-up captures Lily gaping in shock after their attempt to sneak out is interrupted. A stern security guard confronts them, prompting a panicked Lily to declare they are doomed. The guard shines a bright flashlight while calling out the students for their suspicious behavior. Blinded by the light, Lily shields her eyes while Jiwon begins to offer an explanation. Jiwon claims they are on an errand for a teacher, which the guard repeats skeptically. Jiwon presents an official excused absence slip for himself to the watchful security guard.
Jiwon reassures the guard they'll return soon while Lily acts out a convincing injury.
A narrative credit page for Senior is Bad features staff names and reading instructions.
A peaceful morning scene shows trees and buildings under a bright, clear blue sky. Lily asks Jiwon if he prepared the fake excuse slip specifically to ditch their class. Jiwon gazes into the distance with a calm and slightly mysterious smile on his face. In a flashback, Jiwon checks his watch, realizing he must hurry as it gets late. Jiwon reacts with surprise when a teacher calls out his title as the class president.
A teacher explains he needs an errand run because he forgot a textbook at home.
Jiwon correctly guesses the teacher's intent and asks if he should go fetch the book.
The teacher agrees to write a pass and asks Jiwon to go during lunch.
Jiwon falsely claims he is bad with directions while looking out the window with him.
A speech bubble captures Jiwon asking if it is all right to bring another student along. Jiwon offers a charming smile while waiting for the teacher's approval for his clever plan. Back in the present, Jiwon cryptically tells the purple-haired girl that he has his ways.
Lily asks if he actually forged the slip, but Jiwon keeps his methods a secret.
A close-up shows the profile of a gray-haired student looking out at the city. Lily asks where they are going as she spots several boys at a nearby playground.
A boy asks Hyunwoo if the girl passing by is the one from his bat.
Hyunwoo watches Lily and Jiwon walk past with a cold and analytical look in his eyes.
Lily laughs happily while walking beside Jiwon, completely unaware of the senior student watching her.
Hyunwoo reacts with a look of disbelief as he watches the pair continue their walk. A boy asks Hyunwoo where he's going, and the senior student decides to find food.
A friend reacts with confusion to Hyunwoo's sudden departure from their outdoor hangout spot.
Park Yo-han wonders if the senior is actually leaving while focusing on his mobile game.
Park Yo-han laments his character dying again while staring intently at his smartphone screen.
A note clarifies the conversion rate for a massive prize of 100 million won.
Hyunwoo watches from a distance as Jiwon and Lily walk away together into the city.
The brown-haired boy and purple-haired girl chat as they continue their stroll through the neighborhood.
Hyunwoo wonders how they didn't notice him standing right behind them on the busy street.
Walking toward a station, Jiwon suggests taking the subway since it is much quicker. Standing by a subway entrance, the gray-haired senior student lets out a soft, amused laugh. Watching from a distance, Hyunwoo wonders where the two students are heading today.
A close-up shows a hand topping a small black wallet on the subway scanner.
Ji-hwan notes the oddity of the weekday subway while Lily enjoys their newfound freedom. Considering their limited schedule, Lily suggests finding a place to eat and play games simultaneously.
Thinking it over, Lily suggests visiting either an internet cafe or a Manhwa cafe next. While waiting for their train, Lily asks Jiwon if he is good at video games.
Jiwon admits he has never visited an internet cafe, much to Lily's total shock.
An overhead monitor informs the waiting passengers that their train is now arriving at the station.
Standing by the safety line, Lily turns back to her friend with a happy, expectant look.
Jiwon looks at the purple-haired girl with a soft, blushing expression as they wait together. The subway doors swish open, casting a bright light onto the station platform floor.
Boarding the train, Lily asks Jiwon if there are any specific games he wants to play.
Jiwon confesses he is not much of a gamer, prompting Lily to call him a noob.
Settling into their seats, Lily asks her friend where they should plan on getting off.
Jiwon suggests visiting a bookstore before the cafe, and Lily enthusiastically agrees to the plan.
Lily mentions having played Bubble Bobble before, though she hasn't played games in quite some time.
Lily recalls playing the dinosaur game back in elementary school nearly 10 years ago.
Jiwon notes she's been a diligent student ever since those childhood gaming days.
Lily notices a tall boy standing directly in front of her despite available open seats.
Looking up at the stranger, Lily begins to suspect that she might actually recognize him. Realizing the stranger's identity, Lily shouts in shock at seeing her senior on the train.
Lee Hyun-woo smirks down at the two younger students as he looms over their seat.
A humorous meta panel depicts the senior holding a submachine gun alongside a weapon-toting Pikachu.
Hyun-woo reveals that he has been following them since they left the school grounds earlier.
The senior student sits down abruptly next to Lily, forcing his way into their shared space.
Ji-hwan looks absolutely pissed and asks the senior what he's trying to do.
Hyun-woo retorts with a mocking question about why the younger boy is even interrupting him.
The two boys glare at each other and growl while Lily looks on in frustration.
Unable to take the constant bickering anymore, the purple-haired girl lets out an angry shout.
A panel featuring 3 exclamation points captures the sudden silence following Lily's loud outburst.
Lily smacks both boys across their mouths, shocking them into a stunned and silent state.
With a bright, forced smile, Lily suggests that they can all just play together today.
Hyunwoo reacts with disbelief, asking if she is crazy for suggesting they play together.
Ji-won sternly warns the senior student to stop speaking to Lily in such a manner.
An angry vein mark appears on Hyunwoo's head as he prepares another heated response.
A station announcement informs the passengers that the train is now arriving at Seon Station.
Lily looks miserable and squashed as the two boys continue their tense standoff beside her.
The train intercom informs the riders that the exit for the stop is on the left.
Standing up quickly, Lily prepares to leave the train to escape the suffocating atmosphere. Hyunwoo watches her go with a drained look, wondering if she is now avoiding Moan.
The subway doors open wide, signaling that it is time for the group to exit.
Lily stomps through the station while the two boys follow behind with awkward, silent expressions.
Turning around with a sharp movement, Lily fixes the boys with a very stern look. Lily demands to know why the two of them must fight every time they meet.
Both boys avert their eyes from her gaze, looking sheepish and unable to answer.
Lily demands that they make up immediately so they can continue their trip in peace.
Grabbing their hands, Lily physically forces the two rivals to interact with one another.
A close-up shows the two boys being forced into a reluctant handshake by the gall.
Ji-hwan turns back toward Lily, still holding the senior's hand in a forced, awkward gesture. Ji-hwan tells Lily they have made up, suggesting she inform her brother of the truce. Ji-hwan's expression tightens with a sudden twitch as the tension between the boys rises. Hyunwoo takes responsibility for the conflict while the two boys finally exchange a reluctant handshake. The gray-haired senior clarifies his reasoning for the previous trouble that involved their mutual acquaintance.
A silent, heavy stare passes between the two rivals as they stand uncomfortably close together. Ji-hwan snatches the paper and warns the senior to watch his mouth more carefully.
Hyunwoo responds to the threat with a confident smirk, seemingly enjoying the younger boy's irritation.
Lily interrupts their bickering with a loud shout, desperate to restore peace to their outing.
Lily urges them to stop fighting and move along before their limited free time expires. The trio arrives at a local bookstore to complete the teacher's errand as originally planned. A hand reaches out to search through the rows of books on the shop's shelves. Lily asks which book the teacher requested, and Ji-won identifies the correct one nearby. Snatching the instruction slip, Hyunwoo insists on checking the teacher's specific book request himself.
Lily complains that she didn't even get a chance to see the book before they moved.
The senior continues to scan the shelves while holding the yellow envelope they brought along.
The required Korean history textbook for teachers is finally located among the many available volumes.
Presenting the book, Hyunwoo asks his companions for confirmation if they have found the right one.
Ji-hwan silently evaluates the textbook while the group stands together in the quiet bookstore aisle.
Turning to Lily with a bright smile, Ji-won happily announces that he has found the book. Hyunwoo remarks on the speed of their find while watching the two younger students interact.
Lily invites the senior to join them at an internet cafe, which he repeats with curiosity.
Hyunwoo mockingly questions if Nilly can handle gaming, leaving the purple-haired girl feeling quite confused. The senior boasts about his pro-level gaming skills, causing Lily to react with wide-eyed amazement. Lily asks about his favorite teams, and Hyunwoo mentions playing League of Legends and Valorant. Ji-hwan looks increasingly annoyed and serious as he listens to the senior show off to Lily. Walking through the busy city street, Lily realizes she is starting to feel very hungry.
Arriving at the cafe, Lily suggests ordering food while a confused Ji-hwan asks how it works.
Lily excitedly spots skewered rice cakes on the menu while Hyunwoo watches her with a glance.
Hyunwoo asks if she visits internet cafes often, and Lily confirms she is a regular visitor.
Lily explains her long history with gaming cafes, much to the surprise of the gray-haired senior.
Pointing at the screen, Lily decides she definitely wants to eat the specialty character pork cutlet.
Lily cheers happily as the specialty pork cutlet is successfully added to their digital shopping cart. Turning toward her brown-haired friend, Lily asks Ji-won what he would like to order for himself. The two boys peer at the monitor together while Ji-won asks what other food options exist.
Lily enthusiastically lists many options like ramen and fried rice to help the boys make their choices.
Ji-hwan suggests adding shrimp fried rice while the senior requests a cola for his own drink.
Lily confirms the final selections and prepares to place the large food order on the screen.
Lily announces the order is done, prompting a surprised and impressed sound from the brown-haired boy. Feeling overwhelmed and squashed between them, Lily suggests they all return to their separate gaming spots. Hyunwoo questions her request while Lily becomes visibly shy and flustered by his close proximity. The senior reaches out to pat Lily's head, creating a moment of intense and awkward tension. Lily reacts with a look of pure shock and a loud gasp after the unexpected physical contact. Ji-won looks visibly irritated as he demands to know what kind of game they are playing. Fidgeting nervously, Lily asks the class president what kind of game he would like to try first. Lily notes that intense games might be too difficult for the inexperienced class president to play now. Looking at the computer screen, Lily suggests they start with something simple like a game of Pong. A close-up shows a hand clicking the mouse as they prepare to begin their gaming session. Focused intently on the screen, Ji-won determines that he will never lose to his rivals today.
A speech bubble appears against a dark background with a simple and direct request for a trade.
A narrative credit page features the main trio along with several reading requests and humorous dialogue.
The series logo for Senior is Bad appears on a pink background with staff member names.
A glowing crescent moon hangs in the silent, star-filled night sky over the city. Within the game, Lily notes the senior student's level is unexpectedly low compared to theirs.
Hyunwoo explains he quit long ago, while Ji-won wonders if he has a winning shot. Hyunwoo dismisses the possibility.
Ji-hwan watches the blue orb expand in his hands, questioning why the game object is growing.
A system alert sounds as the brown-haired boy shouts in shock at the sudden screen event.
Lily recalls Ji-won's title as he desperately begs for someone to save him from the trap.
Lily explains that the needle item allows for escape, while Ji-won asks how to activate it. Staring intensely at the monitor, the purple-haired girl remains completely focused on the competitive gaming match.
Hyunwoo smirks, Lily stays focused, and Ji-won looks determined as the group begins their match.
A large pink pixelated notification declares the game over against a dark and starry background. The night continues as the crescent moon shines brightly amidst the vastness of space. Lily stands victoriously with the blue orb while the two boys lie defeated on the grid. Hyunwoo is shocked by the loss, while Ji-hwan is horrified to realize they placed last.
Lily celebrates her first-place win while the boys reflect on her life high score and skill.
Hyunwoo acknowledges that the purple-haired girl is surprisingly talented at video games despite his earlier doubts. Leaning back in his chair, the gray-haired senior claims he was only going easy on them. A shared moment of lighthearted laughter follows as the group finishes their first round of games.
Lily cheerfully thanks the cafe worker as her tray of hot snacks is finally delivered. A close-up shows the delicious-looking rice cake skewers drizzled with mustard and ketchup sauces.
Lily offers some of her snacks to Ji-won while he stares blankly at the tray.
Curious about his experience, the purple-haired girl asks the class president for his thoughts on gaming.
Lily happily munches on a rice cake skewer while enjoying the atmosphere of the internet cafe.
Ji-hwan admits he lacks gaming talent, but Lily reassures him it is only his first try.
Lily encourages him, saying it gets easier with practice and a good meal to help win.
Lily points out a detail on the monitor, asking Ji-won if he sees what she means.
Hyunwoo reclines comfortably, pointing out where they can throw away their empty snack containers later. Ji-hwan leans toward the purple-haired girl and asks if she finally understands the game's difficult mechanics. A soft, admiring smile plays on Ji-won's face as he watches his friend focus on gaming. Hyunwoo watches the interaction between the two younger students with a cold and analytical side-eye. Lily offers to teach him more after they eat, and Ji-won gratefully agrees to her help. A close-up shows a hand clicking the mouse as they prepare to start another round together. Hyunwoo rests his chin on his hand, looking bored and completely unimpressed by the ongoing conversation. The senior student announces his intention to take a nap, leaning back in his large gaming chair. Lily looks over with a surprised expression, asking if he is really not going to eat.
Hyunwoo tells her she can have his food instead as he closes his eyes to rest.
Lily is delighted by the extra food, celebrating her good fortune with a happy and enthusiastic exclamation.
Turning to her brown-haired friend, Lily asks Jiwon if he would like to try some too.
Hyunwoo opens one eye to peek at the two friends as they continue to chat nearby.
Jiwon asks to try the fried rice, and Lily happily encourages him to have some portion.
Hyunwoo watches from the side as Lily and Jiwon enjoy their snacks and conversation together. Reaching out, the senior student suddenly grabs the armrest and swivels Lily's chair toward him.
Startled by the sudden movement, Lily shouts for her mother as her chair spins around rapidly.
Hyunwoo pulls the girl closer, creating a tense moment while Jiwon watches them with intense focus.
Hyunwoo gazes at her with a serious and unwavering look that makes the atmosphere feel heavy.
Looming over her, the senior student tells the purple-haired girl to play with him specifically today.
Lily gasps and blushes, begging him not to do such things as her heart begins racing. Lily hits Hyunwoo repeatedly, telling him not to startle her like that while the senior winces.
Hyunwoo asks again if she will play with him, and Lily nervously confirms she is playing. Smirking at her, the gray-haired boy mockingly asks if she thinks hitting him counts as playing.
Jiwon fixes the senior student with a hard, defensive glare as the tension in the room peaks. Hyunwoo looks up in shock as a sudden realization hits him. Jiwon stands up and asks Lily if they should get going now. Jiwon notes that lunch will end soon while the group remains seated.
Lily asks if they still have time since he only played one game.
Jiwon looks away with a slightly hurt and blushing expression on his face.
Jiwon lets out a soft sniff, appearing deeply affected by the current atmosphere.
Jiwon remarks that he guesses the person didn't actually want him to stay.
Lily calls out Jiwon's name as he begins to walk away from them.
Lily shouts for him to hold on as he leaves her behind.
A sudden pull surprises Lily, making her look back with wide, startled eyes.
Hyunwoo grabs Lily's arm and asks if she is really going to follow him.
Hyunwoo tells her to just stay with him while she looks unhesitantly.
The senior student notes that the vibe will still be off even if she goes.
Lily wavers, her expression showing her internal conflict after the senior's blunt statement.
Lily sits back down with a sigh, looking stressed by the boy's behavior. Lily puts her head in her hands, complaining about how difficult this is.
Lily asks why they always fight and how she should handle being in the middle.
Lily laments being the only one left in the dark about their past.
Hyunwoo pauses, looking contemplative as he processes Lily's feelings about their constant bickering.
A close-up shows the gray-haired senior deep in thought regarding his past actions. Hyunwoo considers the situation while resting his chin on his hand in silence.
Lily stares up at him with wide eyes, waiting for some kind of explanation.
Hyunwoo says it is a long story, prompting a shocked outburst from Lily.
Hyunwoo begins his explanation by mentioning that the younger boy's older brother is involved.
Hyunwoo reveals that the older brother tried to kill him in the past. A meta panel depicts Lily whispering a secret message to the readers and staff.
A transition scene shows a bright lens-flared sky over a quiet city area.
A title card announces that the story has shifted to 3 years ago, summer.
In the past, a younger student lets out a weary sigh in a classroom.
Students complain about the heat and the broken air conditioner in their schoolroom. A 16-year-old Hyunwoo Lee tells them to hang in there until it is fixed.
A classmate asks Hyunwoo why he is being so optimistic about the situation.
Hyunwoo asks why he is such a pessimist while they sit at their desks.
In the background, a diligent student works quietly at his desk while others talk.
A close-up shows a hand erasing mistakes on a page full of handwritten notes.
A 16-year-old Yu Si-hwan thinks the room is too noisy as he studies along.
Si-hwan sits isolated at his desk while Hyunwoo and his friends socialize nearby.
A title page for Senior is Bad lists the staff and reading instructions.
Tall modern buildings stand against a bright blue sky, shifting the scene's focus.
A man in a suit asks Hyunwoo if he skipped his class again. The man asks how many times he must say their image is at rest. Younger Hyunwoo looks down with a cold and unhappy expression on his face.
A dark horizontal bar marks a transition in the narrative's timeline or wound.
Pointing a finger, the man tells the boy he needs to be a good kid. Text explains that this is the reason why they brought him to this place.
Hyunwoo adjusts the collar of his white school shirt under the open sky.
Hyunwoo thinks to himself that one absence isn't really the end of the world.
Hyunwoo scoffs, wondering why they chose him if they knew his shitty personality. Walking through the city, the gray-haired boy wonders what he should do today. Hyunwoo pauses and looks toward a nearby shop with a curious, analytical gaze. The brown-haired boy walks away as Hyunwoo Lee watches him intently from behind.
Hyunwoo Lee thinks he recognizes the boy from his class as they walk along.
Hyunwoo Lee approaches his classmate, thinking that the timing is perfect to alleviate boredom.
Reaching out, Hyunwoo Lee grabs his classmate's backpack and asks where he's going. The boy turns in shock as Hyunwoo Lee identifies him as his classmate.
Siwon shyly admits he's avoiding home, leading Hyunwoo Lee to ask for his reasoning.
Siwon clenches his backpack strap tightly as he reflects on his difficult home situation.
Siwon remains silent and avoids eye contact while Hyunwoo Lee waits for an answer.
Hyunwoo Lee offers to hang out if the other boy has no other plans.
Siwon looks up in shock, surprised by the unexpected invitation from his popular classmate.
Siwon stares in silence as Hyunwoo Lee admits he also avoids returning home.
A long white cloud streak cuts across the bright and expansive blue sky.
A sense of calm and relief washes over them under the open summer sky.
The two boys sit together on a high structure, looking out at the city.
Siwon and Hyunwoo Lee sit side by side, sharing a quiet moment on the playground.
Siwon asks why Hyunwoo Lee hates his home despite his family's apparent wealth.
Hyunwoo Lee confirms the rumors about his adoption are true while looking away. Hyunwoo Lee explains he was adopted to boost corporate stocks and expects eventual abandonment.
Hyunwoo Lee turns the question back to Siwon, who clutches his bag more nervously.
A deep feeling of inadequacy and self-doubt fills the air during their somber conversation.
Siwon hunches over in isolation, overwhelmed by his own feelings of being not good enough. A heavy atmosphere of sadness lingers as the two boys share their internal struggles.
The two boys sit together, their different shoes marking their unique but shared paths.
Siwon admits he feels inadequate, especially when he compares his own life to his brother's.
Hyunwoo Lee calls out to the boy who flinches at the sudden, sharp interruption.
Reclining back, Hyunwoo Lee admits that he also feels like he does nothing right.
The two boys lock eyes, sharing a surprising moment of mutual understanding and vulnerability.
The scene pans out to show the two boys sitting together on a playground slide.
Hyunwoo Lee notes they are in the same class while Siwon nods in agreement. Standing up, Hyunwoo Lee expresses his hope that they will meet again more often.
Hyunwoo Lee looks back over his shoulder with a sharp and focused golden gaze.
A close-up of Hyunwoo Lee's arm as he prepares to depart from the playground.
Hyunwoo Lee announces his departure, leaving Siwon alone on the blue playground slide.
Siwon watches the other boy leave, his eyes wide with a mix of complex emotions. Clutching his bag, Siwon remains on the slide and processes the interaction he just had.
The scene shifts to the school building, where students celebrate the air conditioner being fixed.
Students in the classroom gossip about Hyunwoo Lee, calling him a nerd for reading. Hyunwoo Lee ignores the chatter and stays focused on his book at his desk.
Siwon gulps nervously as he watches Hyunwoo Lee from a distance in the classroom.
Siwon approaches Hyunwoo Lee, sharing that he has read the same book before.
Hyunwoo Lee notes Siwon has good taste despite the cryptic nature of his book choice.
Siwon laughs shyly while Hyunwoo Lee comments that the book was a worthwhile read.
A student calls out to Hyunwoo Lee while Siwon offers to recommend less cryptic books. A bright smile crosses Siwon's face as he enjoys the conversation with Hyunwoo Lee.
Other classmates joke about celebrating the fixed air conditioning with food from the cafeteria.
The trio walks through the school hall discussing their lack of money for snacks.
Hyunwoo Lee asks about the ice cream while Siwon mentions the truck arrived this morning. A hand clenches into a tight fist as the lighthearted mood shifts to tension. Siwon looks down in distress, thinking about how he expected this outcome all along. A close-up focuses on Hyunwoo Lee's intense eye as he reflects on their history.
Siwon looks toward the sky, his expression softening as he contemplates the peaceful summer day. Hyunwoo Lee places a hand on Sohan's shoulder, casually asking if his classmate is coming.
Siwon looks up with a startled and wide-eyed expression at the popular boy's unexpected attention. Hyunwoo teases that Sungtae wants to buy a snack, but the dark-haired boy loudly disagrees. A voice from above points out that the item in question isn't actually that expensive.
Sungtae suggests Hyunwoo pay instead, noting the disparity in their respective monthly and daily allowances.
Hyunwoo dismisses the request and tells Siwon they are leaving the classroom together immediately.
A simple confirmation appears in a speech bubble, indicating agreement with the plan to depart.
A bright and genuine smile spreads across Siwon's face as he follows his new friend.
A dark book titled Hind Factory Bird Syndrome rests on a desk next to school supplies. An announcement rings out through the school declaring that Hyunwoo Lee won the writing award. The student body gathers in the auditorium as Hyunwoo stands on stage to be honored.
A close-up shows hands holding the official award certificate during the formal school assembly ceremony.
Siwon watches Hyunwoo with a look of pure amazement, impressed by the other boy's talent.
Standing before the podium, the gray-haired boy bows politely after receiving recognition for his essay. Students cheer and whisper excitedly, asking if others have already read Hyunwoo's award-winning writing piece.
Siwon casts a quick glance over his shoulder, caught up in the buzzing energy around him. Clutching a folder, Siwon resolves to put forth his absolute best effort in his studies. Two hands lock together in a firm grip as a competitive arm wrestling match begins elsewhere. Hyunwoo explains the high stakes of the match, noting the winner will receive 1 million won.
The gray-haired boy watches the competition with a confident smirk, seemingly enjoying the high-stakes tension.
A speech bubble on a dark background signals the start of the intense physical competition.
The surrounding crowd of students erupts into a loud cheer as the match finally gets underway.
Siwon stands among the spectators, watching the display of strength with a look of nervous anticipation.
Siwon wonders why Hyunwoo is involved since the outcome of the match offers him no benefit.
Fluorescent lights shine from the classroom ceiling, marking a quiet moment away from the energetic crowd.
Sitting atop a desk, Hyunwoo observes his classmates while Siwon stands quietly in the background.
Hyunwoo leans on his hand with a sly smirk, appearing amused by the ongoing social dynamics. A question appears in a dark bubble, suggesting that it might be time for someone to quit. The competitors struggle intensely, with neither willing to yield despite the strain and the insults exchanged. A close-up focuses on the dark sneakers of a student standing on the polished school floor.
Sohan stares ahead with a look of surprise, perhaps witnessing an unexpected turn in the conversation.
A close-up shows the fabric and pocket detail of a clean, white school uniform strip. The two boys walk together against a vast sunset sky, their silhouettes framed by the orange clouds.
Hyunwoo calls his brother to check his location while Siwon follows closely behind him at dusk.
The fading sunlight paints the clouds in vibrant shades of pink and orange over the quiet city.
Hyunwoo continues his phone conversation while walking toward the horizon as the day finally comes to an end.
The series logo for Senior is Bad appears with staff credits on a simple white background.
Over an urban landscape, a voice questions how much longer they need to tolerate someone's presence.
In a back alley, boys discuss how a certain person is bothersome for copying someone else's behavior. A classmate asks Hyunwoo if it bothers him that someone is using his name to bully others.
Hyunwoo stares forward with an unreadable expression, his golden eyes glowing in the dimly lit stairway.
A simple statement in a bright bubble reflects a feeling of irritation toward the current situation.
Vertical lines of blue and black create a visual representation of rising tension or a transition.
Jagged white shapes flash across the scene, indicating a sharp shift in the narrative's mood or action.
Siwon expresses his anger, harshly criticizing a classmate for failing to notice the obvious situation around them.
Walking down the hall, Siwon complains about his irritation and asks Hyunwoo to discipline the other students.
Hyunwoo questions why he should intervene since they are all in the same grade and level.
Hyunwoo remains indifferent, leading Siwon to smirk and decide he will take matters into his own hands.
A short dismissive sound appears in a speech bubble, punctuating the end of the current conversation. The younger, gray-haired boy looks down thoughtfully while resting his hand on his chin.
As the boy walks away, a voice tells him to do whatever he wants to do.
Standing by the classroom window, the brown-haired boy clenches his fists in a silent, angry frustration. The brown-haired boy stares out the window with a distant and deeply melancholy expression on his face.
A close-up highlights the sleeve of the boy's white school uniform as he remains perfectly still.
With large, sad eyes, the brown-haired boy appears troubled and isolated from the students around him.
One student complains that the lesson was too much, while another rests his head on his desk.
Passing by, a student notes they must study harder if caught, but the other dismisses the idea.
Two students walk through the hallway, inquiring about their classmate Sungtae's current location in a battle.
A hand writes aggressively on a piece of paper, the friction creating a loud screeching sound.
The brown-haired boy sits with his head down, looking physically drained by his intense internal emotions.
On his desk, the boy has written and crossed out a question about what he did wrong. A student asks about Yu Siwon, and Hyunwoo Lee admits he is trying to keep his distance. Hyunwoo Lee and Siwon stand back to back, their posture reflecting the growing coldness between the two former friends.
Modern city towers glow under a bright moon as a loud phone ring echoes through the night.
Back at home, a younger Hyunwoo Lee dries his hair as his phone continues to ring loudly.
Hyunwoo Lee picks up his phone and thinks to himself that the call is from an unknown number.
Sitting on the edge of his bed, the gray-haired boy answers the call with a simple greeting.
Hyunwoo Lee's expression shifts to one of absolute shock as he listens to the caller's urgent words.
The moon hangs over the skeletal remains of a tall construction site in the middle of night. Hyunwoo Lee steps out of a black taxi after arriving at the entrance of the construction area.
Looking around the desolate site, the gray-haired boy complains about being called to such a terrible place. Hyunwoo Lee walks through the unfinished concrete structure, searching for the person who requested his presence.
Spotting a figure, Hyunwoo Lee demands to know why he was called to this location so late.
Hyunwoo Lee dismisses the urgency, stating that anything they have to say can wait until tomorrow morning. A dark bubble appears containing an accusation that the boy had previously ignored the person speaking to him. Hyunwoo Lee pauses in his tracks, looking back over his shoulder with a cautious and confused look.
Looking at his former friend, Hyunwoo Lee defends himself by stating that he was not intentionally ignoring him.
The voice asks why the boy was ever nice to him, causing Hyunwoo Lee to look away.
A dark speech bubble contains a simple question expressing shock and confusion at the other boy's behavior.
A close-up shows Siwon's wide and tearful eye as he confronts the other boy in a rage.
Siwon grabs Hyunwoo's clothes, shouting that he has everything and doesn't care about anyone else's feelings.
Hyun Lee calls him insane, but Siwon pushes against him while crying out that he is miserable.
A voice in a dark bubble asks if they did something specific to deserve feeling this way. The two boys stumble dangerously close to the open edge of the building during their physical struggle.
Siwon screams that his feelings were played with before he was cruelly thrown away like a piece of trash.
Siwon's face is a mask of grief and fury as he continues his desperate and emotional verbal attack.
As they stand at the very edge of the site, Siwon tells Hyunwoo Lee he should just die.
Hyunwoo Lee suddenly slaps the other boy across the face to snap him out of his hysterical state.
Hyunwoo Lee retorts that the other boy is insane and an idiot for completely misunderstanding their entire relationship.
Hyunwoo Lee asks if he thought hanging out made him special before beginning to walk away dismissively. Walking away, Hyunwoo Lee tells him to stop pretending to be something he isn't because it's embarrassing.
A deep purple transition screen marks the moment as a heavy rain begins to fall over them.
Siwon stands alone and motionless in the pouring rain, staring out at the distant lights of the city.
Hearing a sudden and heavy thud behind him, Hyunwoo Lee stops and looks back toward the ledge. Hyunwoo Lee thinks to himself that there is no way the unthinkable has just happened behind him.
Turning his head, the gray-haired boy is frozen in a state of pure, wide-eyed horror and disbelief. A special illustration shows Hyunwoo Lee feeding a snack to the purple-haired girl as a reader reward.
Hyunwoo Lee sprints back toward the edge of the building, his mind racing with denial and panic.
A close-up focuses on Hyunwoo Lee's face, his eyes filled with absolute terror as he cries out. Standing on a ledge at the construction site, Hyunwoo realizes the other boy is missing.
A moment of tense silence follows as the scene shifts through the dark, quiet night.
From the shadows, a hidden figure prepares to launch a sudden and violent surprise attack.
Hyunwoo feels a momentary sense of relief, mistakenly believing his earlier fears were entirely unfounded.
A sudden, powerful blow strikes Hyunwoo from behind, caught completely off guard by the impact.
On the ground, Hyunwoo wonders about the boy's location while Siwon stands behind him menacingly. An overwhelming sense of shock and pure disbelief radiates through the silence of the area.
Siwon lunges at his former friend, driven by a desperate and explosive surge of raw emotion.
The physical struggle reaches a peak as the two boys clash near the building's edge.
A lone figure sits high above the city, silhouetted against the vast and empty night.
Overwhelmed by the horror of the situation, Hyunwoo covers his mouth in a silent gasp.
The scene shifts focus to the texture of a school uniform as the narrative pauses.
Crows fly across the full moon, marking a somber transition in the story's timeline.
A hand reaches out into the void as a tragic fall occurs from the heights.
Siwon gazes down in despair, his face etched with the weight of his final decision.
The series logo for Senior is Bad appears with staff credits on a white background. In the present, Hyunwoo explains that the other survived because the fall was not high. Reflecting on the tragedy, the gray-haired man acknowledges the deep resentment held by his former friend. Lily listens intently, her expression softening as she processes the heavy story she just heard. Lily regrets her interference, realizing the situation was far more complex than she had originally imagined.
Dismissing the weight of the memory, Hyunwoo states that those events belong strictly to the past.
A sudden movement startles Lily while the two sit together in the quiet gaming center. In a flashback, students argue about being late and skipping class simultaneously during the day.
Lush green leaves provide a peaceful transition between the intense memories and the school's atmosphere.
Walking down the hallway, Lily wonders about the strange expression she saw on the president's face.
Lily sighs in frustration, feeling the mounting tension of the day as she walks alone. A quiet moment of contemplation occurs as Lily stops to process her thoughts in the hall.
Lily enters the classroom, looking around the nearly empty room with a sense of lingering curiosity.
Standing by the desks, Lily wonders why the person she is looking for hasn't arrived yet.
Lily begins adjusting the furniture while students chat in the background of the bright classroom.
A student with glasses enters the room, causing Lily to flinch at his sudden arrival. The student questions a boy's whereabouts while noting Lily's suspicious and visible trembling during their talk.
Before leaving, the student instructs Lily to ensure a textbook is delivered for an urgent matter.
The student orders that the boy go directly to the staff room as soon as possible. The door slides shut with a click, leaving Lily alone to sigh in the quiet room. Resting her head on her hand, Lily waits patiently while lost in her own deep thoughts. The scene shifts focus to the school supplies and notebooks resting on the wooden desk surface.
A hospital monitor displays steady vital signs, its rhythmic beeping filling the silent medical room.
Jiwon lies unconscious in a hospital bed, a distinct scar marking his pale and still face.
The patterned hospital gown is shown in detail as the patient remains in a deep sleep.
A bright light washes over the scene, marking a transition or a moment of clarity. In a quiet hospital room, the older brother rests while connected to various medical systems. A faint sound of breathing echoes through the sterile room as a sibling watches over Jiwon. Siwon sits on the floor in exhaustion, letting out a weary sigh beside his brother's bed. Looking at his unconscious sibling, Siwon reflects on their shared bond with a look of sadness. Overwhelmed by the situation, Siwon wonders what his next step should be in this difficult time.
Siwon admits he wants to give up, feeling pathetic for harboring such thoughts while Jiwon sleeps.
Crying, Siwon begs his brother to wake up and offer the guidance he so desperately needs.
A final heartfelt sentiment appears, emphasizing the irreplaceable nature of the bond between the two siblings.
Suddenly, Jiwon's eyes snap wide open in shock, signaling an unexpected and dramatic awakening.
A close-up reveals the detailed pattern on a light blue hospital gown.
Waking in a hospital bed, the older brother screams while clutching his patterned gown.
Siwon calls out to his brother as the patient gasps for air in distress.
The patient screams and repeatedly mutters about death while pulling at his hair in madness.
Medical staff rush into room 327 after a nurse announces the patient is having a seizure.
A doctor orders the guardian to leave while the patient continues his dark, repetitive muttering.
The patient fights against his restraints while a nurse attempts to provide some reassurance.
A medical professional quickly administers a sedative to the thrashing patient by injecting his arm. Siwon stands frozen while the sound of his older sibling's agonizing screams fills the room.
In a flashback, someone praises Jiwon for being the most radiant person they have met.
A close-up shows the crisp white sleeve of a student's uniform under the sun. A memory shows Jiwon comforting his younger brother on a beach under clear skies. Back in the hospital, the younger brother grits his teeth in frustration at the tragedy.
Leaning against the wall, Siwon stands outside room 327 in a state of exhaustion.